So you can have a chance to prepare during the show.
I'm not getting full debates unless y'all get me riled up because I'm on a time constraint. So
yeah, I mean,
I feel like my debates extends the time.
Whose phone is that? What's up, YouTube? Sorry for being late. We got technical difficulties per usual.
You can leave him
here. Yeah, we'll see if the chat works still. I don't think it's going to, but yeah, it's not going to. That's tough.
I hate this this panel.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, thanks.
We hate you too.
I think you're taking it the wrong way, but when it's constructed exactly like this.
Okay.
You have to elaborate.
I'm thinking Shaq,
I hate the way that the panel is constructed when it's.
I think Shaq is saying that he doesn't have backup.
He doesn't have the LeBron fan backup.
He doesn't have backup. He doesn't have nobody in his corner to be
like. All he's saying, he just hates when Ron is here. That's it.
Yeah.
When he's not here, yes.
When he's not here, that's it.
But for what? Yeah. Because there's nobody there.
I never met a group of people that hate on LeBron so much.
Who's hating on LeBron?
Yeah, who's hating on LeBron? What are you talking about?
Seen that coming. I'm gonna read you guys like a book. Everything that you guys are gonna do, I can call it before you guys do it this episode, and I'm here to do that.
You ain't ever hear me hate on LeBron. Matter of fact, I got chewed out the last couple of times for trying to defend LeBron, and you didn't jump in to help me.
I mean, it was kind of a wild take, but
it wasn't. It really wasn't. I'm off that though completely.
I got killed on TikTok again. I got killed on TikTok again.
Yeah. The way it was edited, I feel like.
Seen about 50 people trying to get off the show. I was like, all right.
Jack, what?
That's when the accent works in like you sometimes in your favor and sometimes it's like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I have
what
no
has LeBron been happening?
I'm not.
Me and you can have the conversation. It's not no. I just want to know, like, who been hating on him?
Just for starter.
Yeah.
Just for starter. What is just for just for starters, I feel like you don't appreciate LeBron's greatness and you just throw it out the window.
You is me? Or all of us? Okay, this is just to me. Yes, let's get it. Okay.
Yeah. For KD's career.
Okay.
Which is like, if you like KD because he's a better basketball player, like, it's only 10 people out of 100 that would say KD's a better basketball player than LeBron James.
Okay.
That's a little low, but not over 20.
Okay.
A quarter, 25 out of 100 saying that.
I'm saying okay to all. I just want you to continue. I want to see where you.
And for you to sit here and say that you like KD for no other reason than whatever reason it could be.
Than him playing basketball.
It can't be rings. It can't be scoring. It can't be defense. It can't be low post. It can be. It can barely be mid range. And it can barely be three.
Okay. And you're basing all of this just on, like, you look at the percentage. If this percentage says this, if this percentage say we shoot the same, if this say we score the same, et cetera, et cetera.
I base this on if LeBron James went out there. No, forget percentages, because if LeBron James went out there and just focused on mid ranges, like if he wanted that to be his career, he would be elite at it. The same with threes, but he has to carry so much energy to everywhere on the court that it's not possible to carry drawbacks.
You think he has to carry more energy because he has to, or because that's just how his game is predicated?
Both.
Like, he creates a team where he feels like I has. Okay.
No, I don't think he has to. I just think that the way that he grew up playing basketball, because that factors into it, his mentality, that factors into it. And I feel like that plays heavily on who or what you think LeBron James is as a basketball player.
I always ask you this question, and I don't think I ever got a fully true answer. Based on everything you just said, right? Why do you dislike Luka Doncic, or are now starting to come around to acknowledge who he is and the type of play he is? Because take away everything else but his physical attributes of LeBron and his athletic abilities, their dynamics of the way they played the first 3 years or 4 years, 5 years of career are mirrors. It's literally the same. So
no. Hate is a strong word about Luka, and it's not so much that
you said we overrate him based on what he's done.
That's it.
But
that's
how
it.
though? We're saying this guy for the first 4 years, based on everything he's done the first 4 or 5 years of his career, he should be on the level everyone's putting him at.
And I give him
and
too much
and you don't like that.
I give him. I will admit that I give Doncic way too much flack on him being this early in his career and me judging him so heavily. But it's only based off of the projections that you guys have him at.
People weren't doing that for LeBron on the same type of scale. LeBron was being judged the same way. He went to the finals in 2007. He was only 4 years in, you know what I'm saying? And people was judging him. They was giving him the mantle, calling him Jordan Magic, calling him all of this stuff based on what he's done in that 4 years. So for Luka, you got to understand, if Luka keeps this same pace, bro, and turns into winning MVPs, winning championship, it's going to be like scary. I don't know why you don't think he could win it. Why you don't see he could win a championship is mind-boggling to me with the way he plays, because
I'll tell you,
he's a championship player.
No. I'll tell you. It's just hard to find a player unless he gets into a system. When I look at Luka Doncic and I look at his breakdown on what he brings to the table, he's a point guard that wants to score. He's LeBron James. He's LeBron James, bro. They're the same.
Luka's also already won a championship. Just throwing that out there.
That's nice, JD.
You're welcome.
I think what Dell's getting at is, why do LeBron fans not?
I'm no longer mad at the Luka and LeBron comparison.
Okay, now we could move on. So now that's all. So why do you think people hate on Bron? I don't hate on Bron for the year he had this year.
I see how hard it was for Bron to do this.
No,
switching. Okay, switching teams happen to gather players, and I just don't think A, Mark Cuban is letting Luka do that. B, I would love to see Mark Cuban annihilate the luxury tax to bring in 2 other players, which I think that he would for the 2 other superstars, the max contract them. But it's like, who wants to come play in Dallas and who wants to take a backseat to Luka like they would for LeBron James?
But you didn't
people would want to play in Dallas.
I get that, but the backseat
you
part.
See KP, you think Kristaps Porzingis, you think Luka didn't know that trade was on the way?
I feel like I sit here and I wonder about the Kristaps Porzingis trade, because he's traded and he's having a hell of a year. No matter how you try to flip it, empty stats or not, it's still a hell of a year.
I love you, Shaq. I love you. And you just don't know.
Mars, is Kristaps having a hell of a year?
No, you just don't know how much.
A hell of a year compared to himself or compared to the league?
Not compared to what
compared to what he would have done with Luka.
That's what he's doing, and this is why I love Shaq so much, because he like steps on his own foot on his own points. Because I remember me and you arguing back and forth when I said Kyle Kuzma. When I said Kyle Kuzma is playing better this year, and you said, "What he's having a year? He's doing with the." And now you're using that same statement.
So who's having a better year, Kuzma or Kristaps? Let's grade both of their seasons right now.
Probably Kristaps' numbers is better, but all I said was Kuzma is playing better without LeBron James, and you got mad at that.
No, because that's not the same. Like, okay, you could get that
same,
off, but how is that the same? You're comparing Kristaps. All right, let's move on.
You're comparing Kristaps leaving Luka and how he's playing better, being
Dub,
free.
I see you smiling, and I still don't know the correlation between the two.
He's
like,
just
for him to try to say that, you could say that. No, not the way that you guys killed Kristaps and acted like his career was over. The way that you guys killed Kristaps. Kristaps is murdered on this show. We had to have a funeral for him, and I don't know. This is me trying to bring him back from the dead.
Only the Dallas Mavericks fan.
I don't know
only JD would say stuff about Porzingis.
Playoffs only.
Yeah, like, we say Porzingis had to be more physical or whatever. No one murdered Kristaps. Yeah. You murdered Kyle Kuzma. You're the one, honestly, Shaq, not the murdering.
And hold on. Didn't we establish that Kristaps actually didn't play trash in the playoffs? He just shot less because Luka shot more.
We established that a little bit, correct?
Yeah. That's a false narrative.
Wait, which one?
the one where KP basically disappeared in the playoffs, and that wasn't the case. We looked at the numbers. I believe Mars was the one that spearheaded that one.
He took like 6 less shots a game, and that's what
Kuzma takes the same amount of shots as he did with LeBron, and he's just making them now. And then we're about to see
but you know what though?
Is coming a different way.
Dale, what did you send in the chat? It was something that resurfaced about playing with LeBron being toxic, not because of LeBron, but because of all the media and all the attention that surrounds his.
Me and Shaq might have argued about that. I don't know if were we on the show when the Toxics came out?
I don't know, but the point is,
Shaq hated the word toxic and what it meant, and I always looked at it like I get what he's saying. Like just playing on that stage with LeBron James,
right?
You're viewed in a different lens. I compared it to how people viewed Kevin Love.
It's more pressure.
Kyrie Irving. It's more pressure. Yeah. So
look at what Chris Bosh had to go through. They were killing this man
at the time. Now, honestly, Russ, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
right.
For a little extent.
But the thing is that Kuzma playing well the way that he is in Washington, isn't that kind of more proof that playing with LeBron is difficult, not because of LeBron, but because everybody else
comes
and
with
how
it,
he
and
treats.
That's all it is. I don't even think it's how he treats. It's just how the media, for the most part, you could never look at LeBron and say, "Yo, it's Bron's fault."
But it's weird that you say, "Well, Kuzma averaged 13 with his last year with LeBron. He averaged 17 now." You make it seem like it was a 13 to 25 points a game jump.
KP's only gone up by like.
Okay, well, let's just say better then. I don't really care for well or not well. He's playing better.
So who's had the better resurgence? Because if
them
you guys are going to sit here,
no.
Let me get this off. You guys, and Dale, you're included in this. Stop trying to run from this bullet. Your name is on it. JD's name's on it. Dub's name's on it. I don't know if you were on Mars.
I would never take Kristaps Porzingis slander because I didn't slander him. I know that. So you want to put my name on the bullet, sure, but it's going to be deterred back to yourself.
Yeah, I don't know where my name dropped in. I
don't know why he's saying this.
So Kristaps has never been dragged through the mud on this show.
Because of his playoff performance.
Or Jay. I don't know.
I know the Mavs fan, JD, used to say some things.
Yeah, because
Spotify, Apple listeners, I know you guys are just like, don't crash the car. Just pull over to the side of the road and just put your hands in your face and just be like, I cannot believe that Dale, I'll throw you some bail. But JD and Dub, there's no way in hell. Kristaps has been murdered on this show. Dub, you've done no wrong on that. You've done no wrong on PC.
I've never said I've done no wrong, but I'm saying when it comes to this particular situation, bro, I always said that the main factor in all of this was probably the coaching issue and why he struggled. And maybe he wasn't as aggressive as he should have been, but I always highlighted the coaching issue above everything else. I didn't like the KP hate.
I mean, you were killing KP in Discord, but that's not on the show. So
expose him.
I said KP for the aggressiveness on Discord because there was a lack of aggressiveness that came from you guys. Was acting as Luka Doncic is the catalyst for him having a bad series, and that's not the case. I don't believe it's the case.
I agree.
You killed him for not getting
that
rebounds.
Was the extent of it.
5 rebounds is bad.
Nasty.
5 rebounds.
So what have you not killed him for? Every time Mars brings up something you killed him for, you agree.
You're talking about the playoffs.
And the playoffs. I said in the beginning of the year that KP was playing well. He looked better and all of that.
So is that KP's fault or Luka's fault in the playoffs? In the playoffs,
I believe I believe
for him lack of shots.
I believe mainly is the coaching issue, and I believe it's also a lack of aggressiveness that came with KP.
So does Luka hold no responsibility?
Hell no, I'm not giving him responsibility at all. No,
I don't agree with that, though.
No, I'm not doing that.
To an extent, like you always got to look at your best player. Like but if KP's not being aggressive, that's him not being aggressive. But of course, Luka, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where you could pinpoint Luka, but to say it's no responsibility, I don't know if I could do that. Especially when he has the ball most of the time as well.
I'm just not doing it to me. I'm not. Like I said, I believe it's mainly a coaching issue and a lack of aggressiveness that came with KP.
But a different coach traded him, though.
Huh?
A different coach traded him. So You see what I'm saying? I get what
So
you said about
you're gonna
last
blame
year,
that? So you're gonna say Luka's the reason why KP got traded?
No. I said Luka knew about it. Like,
yeah, he knew
Shaq
about
said,
it, but he's the reason.
I mean,
The
if Luka
reason-
didn't
no,
want
no, he's not
KP,
the
if Luka didn't want
Okay.
it traded, he wouldn't have got traded.
Yeah, basically, if Luka didn't, he's not the full reason. I don't like full reason, but he was asking. He didn't say, "Hey." And to be honest, the way it's looking, like, as soon as he got up out of there, Dallas been on it. Like, they went on a little. They went on a little tear.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this. We have a couple super chats. Malik Whiting asked, "How can you join the show?" I'm Martian, by the way. Best way to join the show, or best ways, just get involved in the community, engage in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, there's a link in the description below. Stitching our content on TikTok. There's a few ways to get on. Best way, I would say, is just showing up to live shows and being.
We'll be better about that in the future.
In the Discord. Cam Cobain donated through the super chat. What if Brandon Roy never got injured? Where would he rank in today's players?
Top
where's
20.
Dame at?
He'll be top 20.
Are you putting him in front of or behind Dame?
Where do you have Dame? That's the real question. Is Dame top 20?
I think Dame is top 10 when healthy.
Because
Dame's
you
top,
hate
like,
Dame.
12. No, I don't. I hate Dame as a number one.
All right.
I like Dame as a player. I think he's top. I'd say the lowest I'd put him is maybe 12, but I'd probably have him
That's
10
fine.
or 11.
That's fine with me.
So if he
mean,
would, that's crazy. So what about Brandon Roy? Would you have him as a number one option?
I feel like
I wouldn't
Mars.
have
That's
Brandon Roy as
kind
number
of
one.
Mars. I'm
Mhm.
trying to think. So who's the back end of your top 10? Like the 6 through 10?
Oh, 6 through 10. Luka, Embiid, LeBron, AD, Dame, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker. Those guys.
Okay, so Dame's like 10.
I mean, I don't know if that's the exact order, but it would be those guys fighting for 6 through 10.
So then B Roy
But
can
you just
also
had
be
him
10.
12,
Right?
or you had who you just said you had 12.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, certain guys can fight for 10.
I said I'd have Dame 10 through 12 because I
He
wouldn't
said
have him
lowest.
above-
10 through 12. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
then
wouldn't have
B-Roy-
him above Luka, Embiid, Bron, those guys. They're cemented. But
So
the
then
rest
B
of
Roy
the
should
league.
be. He should also be 10 through 12 then.
Well, that's if you think B-Roy and Dame are the same person.
I don't think they're the
Wait,
same person. I
You said
just look
Embiid
at
is 6 through
production.
10.
Yeah.
So who's top 5
Giannis,
besides the 3?
Giannis,
Jokic,
Jokic, Steph, KD, Kawhi.
Oh, Kawhi. Okay.
I think B Roy without injury. I mean, his career was kind of trending up before he got injured.
Why is Kawhi above LeBron if he hasn't even played yet?
He's just saying. Oh, and when
I mean,
healthy.
today's game.
we're assuming health. I'm gonna.
I mean, that's so tough
still
because,
would've
like you
put- I
said,
still would've put
Shaq,
LeBron.
it's like, you know, if I remember correctly, like he was ascending when he kind of got taken out. And that's almost like, you know, saying Ja, if we take him out of the equation, where would he rank? And I don't think you can properly rate that for real, because you don't know how high the ceiling really was.
I mean, he had three All-Stars in a row.
Yeah, no, Brandon Roy was.
And he had a down year.
He had a
was an
monster
all-star.
playoff run too, I think.
He got hurt, then came back in the playoff. I think he had 42 points.
Yeah.
B Roy was different. But
Yeah, for
damn.
sure.
I
He
feel this
averaged 27 and 09 in the playoffs.
the pool of these players though is so crazy, man. It's tough. It's like tough. Like it's for sure tough because will he be in the pool of like?
He would have his own team, so
This is what I'm
his
saying. You
production would
guys
be
are-
off the chain.
Right, you guys are thinking of it like how you're thinking about it. What type of pool of player would he be in? Like you're comparing him to the Dame type of pool players. When I could look at him as the Zach LaVine type of players. You on your own team just making all-star games and getting buckets.
I mean, and going to the playoffs.
And go to the playoffs, right? Like
Yeah.
We're getting
So-
a ton of super chats. Damani donated through the super chat. Is Luka more like Magic or Jason Kidd? Personally, I think he's more like LeBron, but if we're just comparing those two, go ahead, panelists.
I think he's like neither of them. I don't see.
Yeah,
Any
comparison.
I'm going Braun. And
And
without
that's
the
that's
athletic
three
ability.
different errors. So that's why
I
that's
don't-
so tough.
I don't even see Luka as any of them. I don't know
not
how
even
y'all.
Braun.
I think Luka is Luka. I don't see any connection. Like
That's
you know,
fine.
I see a bit of James Harden and Luka.
If you had to compare him to any player, is there anyone close? Euro?
I think James.
Yeah, I like James Harden.
Well, I guess, but I mean, to me, Luka is like the super European guy, where it's like, he looked up to a bunch of players that are from over there instead of,
I don't think that matters though, because where do you think they draw their inspiration from?
Yeah, I don't think that matters. Know. He could look up to Spanoulis, but
exactly, that's what I'm thinking. That's the first person I'm thinking of.
He could look up to Spanoulis as who made him love basketball. All right, doesn't mean he has to play like him. I think he's more his playing style similar to like.
That's why.
And he doesn't play like Kobe. His similar style. Like my favorite player growing up was Allen Houston, who's a jump shooter. I can't shoot like that at all. Not even.
But the thing is, but I mean, favorite player is one thing, and who you model your game after is another. Because of your skill set, it may not translate to you, like you said with the Allen Houston stuff.
His skill set and the best game, how he plays, is more so James Harden and
then Spanoulis,
LeBron James.
100%. Yeah, James, because you got points, rebounds, and assists.
And you got dominating the basketball.
We're highlighting rebounding, and that's why he draws a comparison between LeBron James and James Harden. They both love to facilitate.
I 100% understand that, but the reason why I don't take rebounding and say, you know what, that's part of his game and he got that from somebody is because I don't see like a rebounding style or a rebounding technique that is literally a signature of one player, and then you see that in another player. So it's just like, what are we talking about with the rebounding?
I could take rebounds out and it will still be Bron and James. Just the
ball in the hands,
dominating
ball
the ball,
in the hands,
space
bringing
out,
the ball up the court, pick and roll. I'm finding you. I'm lobbing you. I'm just looking for the open man.
Right.
I'm shooting high volume threes. That's why it's so.
And you see, when you talk about pick and roll, I'm looking at height too. You know what I mean? Like, how does he come off of the pick? How does he then find somebody? And I don't see like the way that LeBron moves off of that. I don't see Luka moving like that.
No, it's two different. It's two different movements. Like Luka will probe a little more. Bron's coming off 100 miles per hour. But it is the same.
See, to me, okay, that's where we draw the line.
The doors go up, but
that's where we draw the line, because to me that is apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying?
But once you get past that,
and
Luka does that same exact pass. Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out, after Luka probes, he puts the burners on it. He finds where he needs to go.
Yeah.
That's the only reason with LeBron is kind of right off the bat, because he's so athletic and you gotta respect him downhill.
Yeah.
People are backing off of him, so he has to attack immediately, because if he just sits there, now he has to shoot a jump shot.
And Luka only probes more because he doesn't have the athletic burst like Bron.
and they're guarding Luka in the pick and roll a lot different too.
And that's what I look at. And that's what I look at. Dale, what you just said is like he's not as athletic, and so he has to do it differently. That's what I see. And so if it's different than LeBron, I can't compare it to LeBron.
Schemes being thrown at him. Like when Luka comes off the pick and roll, it's usually
that's part of it.
If you back up, he's shooting a three. It is part of it. But at the same time, it's still the NBA. Like, they're not doing that every time. And even if they are, they're still making the same exact reads.
Let's talk basketball donated through the super chat. Shaq, if you wrote down on a piece of paper LeBron's flaws and MJ's flaws, whose list of flaws would be longer?
That's a good question. I honestly, I would go with MJ, because here's the thing. We nitpick MJ when we want to choose when MJ was a good three-point shooter, or when MJ was a winner. Versus with Bron, he has so much scrutiny because of social media that if there was no social media, I guarantee you 20, 30 years down the road, we would only see his accomplishments and just how good of a player he was. Am I wrong?
I don't agree with that.
I mean,
of course you don't, because it's hard to imagine it. But that's the things that MJ was doing back in the day. If the things that MJ was doing,
Mike didn't have social media, and he was still scrutinized.
Barely though. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. No
MJ was called a loser for a long time.
Yeah,
but the same. Okay. Would you call MJ a loser right now?
Well, no, not in hindsight, because he's won.
So that's the point that I'm making. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is he a winner?
But we're not calling Bron a loser now, Shaq. So
I'm just letting you know where social media is right now. We get the scrutinize.
You're
get
gonna
watch
win that
back
argument
in HD, 4K, everything that, okay, so what are LeBron's weaknesses other than you saying he doesn't have the mentality to win? And we can go to his 3-point shot, which is better than his
free throws, the mid-range.
I think this was all basketball, though.
The thing where it gets a little shaky with mid-ranges, how many mid-ranges is he attempting a game?
Shaq,
he attempts a few and he doesn't shoot.
Okay, that's fine. He picks his spots.
Yeah, and he shoots bad.
He shoots badly. It's not good percentages at all. It's
selective. The percentages.
So then why is he the best player in the league? Why is he the best player in the league for so long if he shoots poorly from mid-range?
Because he didn't.
Because he does everything else.
Okay. So
he didn't need it. But if we're pointing out flaws, we got to.
So Mars, what were MJ's flaws?
The 3-point shot for sure. Yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on.
The only. So, what would you say MJ's flaws would be in today's game?
The 3-point shot.
But would he still be MJ? As far as like the success that he's had, would he go down as the greatest of all time if he played in this era?
I don't think so. But
that's why it's so hard to have these conversations. And even with the era thing, but I get it. We're a debate show. This is a NBA debate podcast. But when I put MJ in this era, I say, you're not fucking winning 6 rings. Just throw it out the window, MJ. That's not happening. That's not happening, MJ. And not for you to be the greatest of all time. I think maybe Kobe, he would probably be considered the greatest of all time if we put MJ, or we'll still go back to Kareem, other guys. But if you put MJ right now in the same years that LeBron came into the league.
Sense, bro. That makes no sense because this is, again, the way we view players all comes from winning. It all comes from it. So you saying that teams or Michael Jordan himself, the way that LeBron James did, can't find a team with the same amount of time that LeBron had, find teams to win rings in?
He 1,000%. He 1,000% could.
Okay, if they won the same amount, if they played in the same era, MJ would go down as well.
And that's fair. I just don't because Dub, here's where you're not. This is where everybody seems to just be losing their mind with me. I'm telling you, the way that MJ dominated his era, he would not dominate this era just because the guys are bigger, quicker, faster, stronger. MJ were already all of those things in his era. So take his same exact game, 30 plus from 3. He works on it, 35, 36, 37, whatever it may be. Cool. I'm cool with that. But you tell me the player in LeBron James' era, not Kobe, in LeBron James' era, coming up because he has to go through all those same growing pains that he came up with the first 4 or 5 years of his career. No, MJ. Yes, he's not just coming in the league. He's not just coming in the league and just being MJ.
MJ came into the league averaging 29 a game. That's what he did.
So do you think that he would come into the league averaging, if based off of what every rookie does, Dub, don't make that face. Tell me the last rookie that came into the NBA and did that.
Not every rookie's Michael Jordan.
No, tell me the last rookie that came into the NBA. Tell me, no, see, that's the
nobody's
that is the but that's the problem. I don't. It's the easiest to score right now. We've all agreed on that. It's very easy to score. So tell me the rookie that you just bloop and he just averages 29 a game. That's why that's a bad argument.
Hold on. Yes, because why are you bringing up all these rookies? It's Michael Jordan, bro. That there's not rookies as Michael Jordan. That's why there's no reason even for me to answer that question.
So would Kobe come into the league right now and average 29 a game?
As a rookie, probably not.
I don't know.
That's all that I'm saying.
I know,
but he wasn't as polished as a rookie because he came out. MJ was 3 years in college. He was polished.
I'm with you on that. That's
I'm not even saying Michael Jordan's gonna come in averaging 29. But shit, do I think he could probably average 25, 26 a game in his rookie year? Absolutely. You said, bro.
But Dub, you went.
I brought up what he did. I went to what he did in his rookie year, in his real rookie year. That's what he did.
But when every time, because this is where you guys like, I'm willing to meet you guys halfway on the bridge. But what you guys don't respect is when MJ's era, they were not the players that are in today's NBA over the last 10 years. In the span of his career, he did not play the players or the team that LeBron had to play. And let's just leave it at that. He didn't. Let's just leave it at that. He did not. The competition was not what LeBron had to go up against when he went to the finals. That's all that I'm saying. Of how it would have won or what MJ would have done if he would have won 6, then kudos for MJ. But we're not about to sit here and just lie about certain things. Just like when Mars says his only flaw was he doesn't have a 3-point shot. I'm like, yeah, cool, okay, I'm with you on that. So but if you put MJ into today's game, it's just laughable what you guys think he would do.
So you
We're
think
moving
Michael
on.
So
Jordan?
We talk
many
about
things
this
have to go
every
right.
show. We
Hold
talk
on,
about
one
this
last
every
thing, one
show. The
last thing.
same
You don't
talking
think
points.
you don't think that Michael Jordan? You don't think Michael Jordan could sit here and be the best player in the NBA for an extended period of time?
He already answered that.
For an extended period, no.
Yes. That's
Moving
wild. To me.
on.
That's just wild to me.
It's Jay
Yeah,
Moore
that can be
donated through the
wild.
super chat. Said, "Who you guys have winning Rookie of the Year?" I got Scotty.
Him or
Because
Evan Mobley.
Kobe wasn't the best player for an extended period of time. Extended. No, don't look up extended.
I mean, some people would say he was the best for about maybe 6-7 years. I wouldn't.
The thing is, when you talk about extended, he was still top five, and you were saying that MJ wouldn't be top five. Because you said he would be top 10. He'd be 6 or 7.
And like JD says, these are the same talking points. If I go look down at the top 4 or 5 players that you guys have right now in the league, and you guys just mythically putting him over one of these players because of what he did in his era, I can respect that, but I just don't agree.
Kobe was still top 5 in 2013 before he tore his Achilles.
That's fair.
So who's to say if he just started his career in
because I look at Jokic, I look at Embiid. You guys didn't even want to put Kawhi as the best player in the league. You like that came, but based off of efficiency, Mars, where was Kawhi, bro? in his prime year?
You're looking like Kawhi, like he plays like Michael Jordan, this and that, but you got to stop doing that, bro. You got to stop, because people compare Braun to Magic, and you know we hate that. So stop looking at Mike and Kawhi based on, Kawhi does the mid-range. Kawhi looks like he plays like Jordan, and he was a number 1. Mike can't be number 1.
I'm just
Jordan
bringing up somebody with
different
efficiency.
breed.
I'm bringing up somebody with efficiency, not just like what he was doing on the court. But of course he was a different breed. Let's move along.
Come on, bro.
I've been waiting for JD to go.
I've already moved on, but my question got Mars answered it. Rookie of the Year?
I like Mobley. Probably Mobley will get it.
Barnes.
I'll go with Scotty.
I'll go with Scotty too.
All right, let's get into the verses that we have today. We got an MVP race edition. Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. If you're new to Player's Choice, we run through these categories. We pick one player for each, or we're doing a start bench cut today. We're start bench cutting these players for each category. We're going to go Shaq, Mars, Dub, Euro, Dell. Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. Dominates the game.
Say it again.
Dominates the game?
He wants you to say the order, probably.
No.
I need the order.
Dominate the game. I'm gonna go Giannis.
Mars.
Oh, I thought it was start bench cut.
Start bench cut, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, I'll speak through this. Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Mars.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Dub.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Euro.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Dell.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Eye test.
Embiid, Giannis, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid. No, what is it? Eye test?
Mm-hmm.
Embiid, Embiid, Giannis, Jokic.
Yeah, you guys are.
What do we mean by this? Stats / efficiency.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Same.
Who are you taking in a game 7?
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Embiid, Giannis, Jokic.
Take away the 3-point shot. Who you got?
This is gross. It's a gross thing, but okay. This is gross though. This is the grossest I've ever seen.
How is this gross? This gives you a better snapshot because a lot of people put Jokic up there because of his 3-point shot and his efficiency at it.
Okay,
I don't think he's that efficient from three.
I'm gonna answer. We're gonna talk
is
about
he
it
more
after.
efficient than the other two?
So to speed past it, but I'm gonna say why it's gross, but I'm not gonna get into the debate. So it's just gross.
I just don't understand. We come up here, we do the same. We do the same scenarios
we always
every single
debate
show.
these at the end. That's why.
I don't understand what's so hard about taking away the 3-point shot.
It's gross because, like, for these three bigs, you're taking away like something. Why would you take away one of their skills? For what? Like, why? You know
you're taking away two guys' strengths and
like
exactly.
It's one of
It's just like saying who's better at post without saying it. It's just a different way of saying that, but
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's more
post,
than not taking free.
Because you could have put better posts. You said take away their 3-point. Why? If someone's good at this, it's like
okay. Let's just skip to 7, JD.
Dell doesn't want to cut Embiid. That's why
we're for sure doing 6.
We're on a debate show trying to have fun, and Dell's over here.
I wouldn't cut Embiid for 3-point shot.
If you take away his 3-point shot,
I still wouldn't cut Embiid.
You definitely start Giannis because he already plays with a 3-point shot.
No, I could still start Embiid because he still has a better mid-range than Giannis, and he could get his buck back on the block. So I'm just saying, like, why are we doing it? It didn't make sense to me. But we could definitely go through it. Go ahead, Shaq.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Embiid, Giannis, Joker.
And this is why we do it, because clearly there's some type of fucking disconnect. This is exactly why we do it. Clearly, we all don't agree about the same. So you just said, why take away one of their 3-point shots? Mm-hmm. What changes? So you tell me why all of a sudden you're different from the rest and Euro as well, but you put Embiid first. So why isn't let talk to Mars? You let Mars know why Embiid is first.
You want me to let Mars know? I let the whole panel know, but I'm on my iPad. I'll just look at Mars since you said Mars and you directed me to Mars. Mars, I'm taking Embiid first because no matter how you try to spiral out, he doesn't have threes. It's not like Embiid is Steph Curry, where he's taking 4, 5, 6 threes. So his game is predicated on him making threes in a game. So take that away in terms of scoring and the quote-unquote itis that you voted Embiid for. If you put Embiid on the block, on the mid-range, on the post-up, on the triple threat, that's why if you take away threes, I'm still taking Embiid because what? Y'all thinking, take away threes, that they can't do this, that what? Giannis is going to average the same and Embiid still going to get to the free throw line, still going to be block work, still going to be triple threat mid-range. Everything's going to be the same. So I'm confused why it was so difficult. So if we add threes, y'all gonna pick who?
Mine stayed the same regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't change. So I don't know why the F word and the disconnect was so loud, and everybody thought that was gonna be a weird thing to understand. Embiid is not Steph. He's not Clay. He's not shooting threes. Like, damn, man. They're not OD running out to run Embiid off the line. Like,
I'm explaining to you why we're doing this and why it's needed on an NBA debate show, Dell. That's all that I'm saying. I see what's going on here.
I hate when you get in that lane. When you get into the debate lane, I hate when you go that route. Like, Dell don't want to. Like, it's an NBA show. We got to debate. No, I hate when you go that lane. But
Dell, you're gonna love this one.
But what do you see? What's going on?
No,
see, I don't see why JD when he throws the cape on there, you're gonna love this one.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
You don't hate when he gets in that lane.
JD Shaq is all over the place
I'm
today.
still doing it.
And then explain to me how I'm all over the place.
Because the YouTube key or whatever, the YouTube.
I'm winning the show.
No, you're not. Yeah, I've never seen you lose this show so bad in the beginning ever in my life. I think it's the
look,
YouTube
and this
key.
is why I hate this panel. You say one semi. It wasn't even funny, and everybody up here chuckles.
You chuckling?
I didn't get to see JD. No, I'm chuckling at what I have to go up against on these stupid shows when it's us 6 up here.
Yo, JD, please go. Shaq is being nasty.
Give them Kyrie's handles.
Let me guess. This is the. Now I can see why you would put this one. I know what's coming, Dale. I know you're very predictable.
I'm waiting for you to pick Joker.
I'm going Giannis. I'm going Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Embiid, Giannis, Jokic.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Embiid, Giannis, Joker.
Yo, Embiid bouncing around like Kyrie Irving is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
He would go crazy, bro.
It's insane.
And it wouldn't even.
That's a 2K.
He kind of
player.
does sometimes.
That's a 2K player. Who would you rather build a team around?
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Who would you build your franchise around?
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Since it's long term, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Same.
Giannis.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Better overall.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
This season's MVP.
Hold on, Dale. Did you
Wait,
go?
Dale didn't
didn't
go.
let me
yeah.
Oh,
answer.
my bad.
Embiid, Giannis, Jokic.
All right, this season's MVP.
Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid, Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid.
Embiid, Jokic, Giannis.
Before you guys get into this, GK says, donated through the super chat, I can't wait for you guys to be contestants on my new show. Is it Family Feud?
Dale, why is Embiid better than Giannis?
You said what?
Why is Embiid better than Giannis?
I think he's better at basketball.
Why?
I just do.
But why though, bro? Like, what does he do better?
I think he's a better scorer. I think he's a better scorer than Giannis.
Mhm.
I think they both rebound at a very high clip. I just think as a player, Embiid is better.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, I like rolling with you and everything, but I can't get with you on that. Like, to me, Giannis is hands down better, bro. And it's not even a question for me. Giannis is a better defender in my eyes. Scoring wise, I could get with you on that, but the dominance of Giannis is just irreplaceable, bro. And it's like, there's nothing that teams could do against that.
It's nothing teams could do against Embiid either.
I get that, but I think Giannis is just way more dominant for that offensive factor in what you're talking about.
I think it, like I always say this. I think it's easier to game plan against a Giannis than it is for Embiid.
And you're right.
And
You're
I
right.
take that very high into consideration when I'm looking at a player like it from that aspect. Like, yo, Giannis for sure is dominant. Him going downhill, him doing all of this. If he's making the three ball, is very hard. But if you have more facets to your game in terms of being productive when some of the stuff you can't do ain't going well, if you're close in terms of play, I'm going to go to one as a player who I think deems more very difficult to guard.
Let me ask you this. You taking a prime Shaq or a prime Hakeem?
They're not in the same category, though.
No, this is what I understand what he's asking. Who as the player in what era we're playing in, and all that matters when it comes to these two. But me, I'm going with a prime Shaq. But I think Hakeem is a better talent than Shaq.
And I agree as well, but you're taking Shaq because of that dominance factor, correct?
No, it's not, but it's this dominance in different ways. Shaq already being at the basket, then Giannis starting at the wing and going down is very different to how a defense have to guard you. So that's
right.
different. So the dominance is there for both of how it looks of both of them pulling off the rim. But Shaq ain't starting at the wing. If Shaq was starting at the wing of Giannis, I would take Hakeem. But Giannis is more so starting at the wing, then getting to the block and doing all of this stuff. Like that's more easier to deal with than Shaq just posting up more times than none.
I understand what you mean. I'm just saying, like, even though you're saying it's easier to guard, I just think that Giannis with his dominance compared to Embiid, that scoring factor he's talking about with the game plan, is just greater for me to pick him over Giannis. I mean, pick him over Embiid.
Hey, I don't agree with that. That's you though. It's fine.
You guys good? All right.
I'm great.
On. We're going to rank the top 16 teams heading into the playoffs. 1 through 16 playoff. Well, I guess teams just going into the playoffs. I guess they don't necessarily have to be in the playoffs, but that would be weird.
So are we taking the top 8 seeds currently? Because the 2 play-in teams, I don't know what we do with them.
Top 16.
Whatever you want.
Oh, we're doing this. All right, let's go.
Yeah, give me 1 second. We're gonna go same order: Shaq, Mars, Dub, Euro, Dell. Boom. All right. Top 16 teams heading into playoff. Shaq, you're starting with team number 1.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh my god.
Well, that's fair enough. Who I was going to go with number 2. Phoenix.
Thank you.
Dub.
Mars, when's Steph coming back?
He's getting reevaluated in like 2 days. So, but apparently he should be ready for game 1 of the playoffs.
Damn. I know you guys ain't gonna pick him though, but you know what? I'll see. I'll pick the Warriors. I'm not gonna be nasty today.
Euro.
Bucks.
Thank you.
That's why you were nasty, Dub.
I don't know.
Dell.
Who's on the list? Who's been picked already?
Grizzlies, Suns, Warriors, Bucks.
Grizzlies, Suns, Warriors, Bucks. I like Miami.
Shaq.
I will go into it. This is number 5, right?
6.
Oh, I'll go Celtics.
That's where I was gonna go. Let me get. It's between 2 teams. Let me get Dallas.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Dub.
Brooklyn.
Whoa. It's me.
Yeah,
Sixers.
that was my other team.
Dell.
Oh. Go Denver.
Hey, who picked Brooklyn at 8?
Dub.
Me.
So Dub, you go Golden State Warriors.
I actually wanted to pick them where I picked Miami, but I'm like, I don't want to bring a lengthy debate into my time restraint, so I'm gonna be solid today. I swear I wanted to pick them where I picked Miami.
So magically, Brooklyn is over.
I think if
if
Brooklyn meets up against the Sixers in the playoffs, the Sixers are gonna lose.
I think they're gonna play the Bucks.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I think so. But if they match up against the Sixers, I think.
Well, they gotta win today. Yeah.
I think Brooklyn beat Philly as well.
Shaq is.
I hope they make it. I'm going Bulls.
Mars.
Let me get Denver.
They're 10.
I picked them.
Oh, my fault. Then I'll go with Toronto.
Dub.
Guess y'all left me with Utah.
Euro.
Dang. It's like every team is almost taken, basically. I guess I'll go, Clips? Whatever.
That's good.
Nah.
Dale?
I'm going to go Timberwolves.
No, Bulls already taken.
I said Timberwolves.
Oh, my fault.
Jack, round it out.
I'll go Cavs.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, audio listeners, we have Memphis Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns, Golden State Warriors, Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks, Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, Denver Nuggets, Chicago Bulls, Toronto Raptors, Utah Jazz, Los Angeles Clippers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Top 16.
What made you pick Memphis first?
I like the way that they're trending. I feel like they're a very good team. I feel like they're a very good team, and I don't feel like anybody wants to play them in the best of 7. I said the same thing last year when we had the same exact show. It was a little later in the summer going into the championship. I said nobody wants to play CP3. I told you and I told JD that. And I am sticking by that because nobody can sit here and say Bucks against Suns, what's the series going to be? Nobody's saying 4-0. Nobody's saying 4-1.
No, but what I'm saying, though, is so you have them coming out the West? Memphis.
I mean, it's a toss-up between them and the Suns in my eyes.
Okay.
But I feel like
today, right. Today it could be the Memphis, tomorrow it could be the Suns.
Exactly.
And I love that. Okay, I'm good with that.
I think Golden State's also in there.
But Warriors at 3 is kind of ambitious.
I think Warriors is coming out the West.
I mean, I don't know if it's I'm a bit biased, but I think we're coming out the West as well.
I'm not biased at all.
Is Steph Curry? Is Steph Curry playing in the?
I want them to play the Grizzlies and beat them in 5.
He should be back for the first round. He's back on the court already, and he's getting reevaluated after today. So hopefully,
I mean, the Bucks would have to avoid the Warriors. I don't want to see that matchup, but because I feel like they just got too much respect on their name, where the young guys might feel a little, I don't know, shy against them to beat them in a best of 7. Yeah, the Bucks against the Warriors, but like a Bucks against the Suns. They got the same mentality that we got. Like when we look at the Suns, we're like, you guys aren't doing anything. It's not believable. But with the Warriors, you've won championships. I believe that you can beat us in the best of 7 more than I believe the Suns could. But I do think the Suns can take out the Warriors.
Oh, that's a crazy super chat.
I don't think Brooklyn. I mean, I don't think Milwaukee can make it if they face the Heat.
Yo, one of your brothers is hating. Sorry.
I think if they face the Heat.
My brothers? None of my brothers is probably in the chat.
No, I know, but they just have the same last name. Adam Jones donated through the super chat. Hot take: Clippers beat Minnesota to get 7, and Pelicans beat Minnesota to get 8 in the play-in. And here's the hot one. Thomas James donated through the super chat. Does Dell watch basketball? Embiid over Giannis for Game 7. Giannis just put up 50 in a championship, clinching Game 6. Embiid isn't close.
That's a Game 6, not a Game 7, so it's irrelevant.
Nah, leave. If so, he said. So if I'm taking Embiid over Giannis as my best player, why? Because Giannis played in a Game 6 or a clinching game. What I think he's needed for me. Michael Jordan never played in a Game 7 in the finals. If somebody asks me who am I taking Game 7 in the finals, should I not say Michael Jordan because he's never played in one, or I'm gonna go with who I think is the better player? Let me know, Thomas. Thanks.
Holla back.
Buddy.
God. All right. Floor raiser or ceiling raiser? I'm going to give you guys a list of names, each panelist one by one. I'm going to list all the names. You're going to give me all of them. You're going to tell me if they are floor raiser or if they are a ceiling raiser. Mars, for
Can
the
I get a
casuals
definition
out
check
there,
on
I
that,
was
please?
just going to ask Mars, for the casuals out there,
Oh.
could you please?
A floor raiser is someone who would make a bad team, so like a lottery team, maybe like a 6-7 seed, carry them into playoff contention. A ceiling raiser is someone who would make a team who's just below contention into championship contenders or championship favorites.
Got it.
Shaq, starting with you. Floor raiser or ceiling raiser? DeMar DeRozan.
Floor raiser.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Floor raiser.
Donovan Mitchell.
I'll go ceiling raiser for Karl Anthony.
Like-
I'll go.
Oh, for Cat.
Yeah, for Cat, I'll go ceiling raiser.
And then for Donovan Mitchell.
Ceiling raiser.
Klay Thompson.
Ceiling raiser.
Zach LaVine.
Floor raiser.
Miles Bridges.
Floor raiser.
Jaylen Brown.
Floor raiser.
Anthony Edwards.
Ceiling raiser. Not yet, but he will be a ceiling raiser.
Jordan Poole.
I think he could potentially be a ceiling raiser.
I think he's already proving that he is. DeJounte Murray.
He has a lot of pieces around him.
That's why he's a ceiling raiser.
It's a reason to be. No, because I feel like if you're not the first three options on your team, then it's hard for you to be called a floor raiser or a ceiling. You have to kind of be a floor raiser.
But we're
I
not
thought this
talking
was
about
number
just
one
the
option.
number one option. No, we're talking about just anybody on the team
If
and what they bring
yeah,
to the
if
table.
you're-
Yeah.
If you're a top three guy, then that's where I'm considering. But I'm thinking with ceiling raisers, I'm thinking one or two. I'm not thinking like you just go to a team and you make them better.
What about
That's
a guy
floor
like
raising
Andre
to me.
Iguodala?
Floor
He has to
raiser.
be a ceiling raiser or something.
But
Floor.
for me, it's floor raiser because I look at without Draymond or without one of the guys in front of him, the team is not good, even if Iggy is there or not.
Right. But they are there. And do you think that they will win a championship? Do you think the dynasty would be what it was without Iggy?
I don't think it's solely based on Iggy, like what he brings to the table, of course, but that's what makes him a floor raiser. Like a ceiling raiser, you were doing more than just allegedly guarding or clamping somebody down because we have to guard these other three guys. You can't.
No. The definition is are you winning a chip?
No, that's not my definition. My definition.
That's what
of
Mars
floor
said, though.
raising
That's what I'm going off.
That's fine. My definition of floor raising and ceiling raiser, to clarify, is if I got to stop somebody else for you to get off, you're a floor raiser. But if you're able to get off and I'm trying to stop you, you're a ceiling raiser. And that's why I look at Jordan Poole. I'm like, could he have his own team? Could he be a 1-2 tandem? I think he could be a ceiling raiser 4 or 5 years from now. The same way you guys look at Jason Tatum, I say, why can't Jordan Poole kind of have that same type of that you guys give to Jason Tatum? But DeJounte Murray, is that what you said, Diddy?
Yep.
Floor raiser.
Mars. DeMar DeRozan.
Floor raiser.
Cat.
He doesn't raise anything. If I had to pick, I'd say.
But that's not. But that's not the same. That's not the same logic that I'm using. Because if you put Cat on a different team with good players around him, like let's say like
He's a ceiling raiser.
he would be a ceiling raiser with somebody that's lesser than him on the team. Like if he had floor raisers around him, Cat would be considered a very good player in the league. That's all. That's the way I look at it.
I can't see a terrible defensive big as a ceiling raiser.
Gotcha. And that's fair. That's fair.
So I'd have to say floor raiser, but
Donovan Mitchell.
Floor raiser.
Klay Thompson.
Ceiling raiser.
Zach LaVine.
Ceiling raiser.
Miles Bridges.
Ceiling raiser.
Jaylen Brown.
Ceiling raiser.
Anthony Edwards.
Floor raiser.
Jordan Poole.
Ceiling raiser.
DeJounte Murray.
Floor raiser.
Dub. DeMar DeRozan.
This is nasty, bro. Because our definitions is different. Ceiling raiser.
Karl Anthony Towns.
No razor.
Donovan Mitchell.
Ceiling razor.
Klay Thompson.
Ceiling razor.
Zach LaVine.
Ceiling razor.
Miles Bridges.
No razor.
Jaylen Brown.
Ceiling razor.
Anthony Edwards.
Ceiling razor.
Jordan Poole.
No razor.
DeJounte Murray.
Wow.
Disrespectful.
Floor razor.
What did Jordan?
I
What did
see where
Jordan
you're
Poole
coming
do?
from.
The way I'm looking at it,
Jordan Poole slander is crazy.
The way I'm looking at it is as a 1 and 2 option. You know, if you're able to catapult your team to playoff contention or championship contention. So guys like Miles Bridges and Jordan Poole, I'm not ranking them because they're not a 1 or a 2.
So how's DeMar's ceiling razor? You think
Look at his
DeMar
days
is a 1 or 2 is a championship contending team?
And see, and this is where our definitions are different. Ceiling raising to me is
But
not.
you just said that championship contention.
No. Ceiling raiser to me is not just you making it to championship. Ceiling raiser to me is you're on
Elevating
a good team,
I'm also
and
with
the
that
team
too,
could be
though.
elevated as well. I don't care.
To like elevate it. I don't care where you go. You can go from last to playoffs and you just floor raise that entire
that's floor
organization.
DeMar DeRozan.
No, you ceiling raise. You ceiling raise. If
I've
you go,
never seen DeMar DeRozan or Donovan Mitchell do what like Russell Westbrook has done. To me, that's a floor raiser to me. I can't call them floor raisers. I mean,
that's just so wild. That's just the pinnacle of floor raising. Russell Westbrook, LeBron, those guys are the.
I feel like Westbrook is a ceiling raiser. If you can go.
Wait, what is ceiling? What is ceiling?
I don't get this.
The ceiling is the best the team can reach. So for me, I'd say, for example, I'll use Kevin Durant. I'll say Kevin Durant's a ceiling raiser. Like he can do both, of course, because he's that great. But
so how is Kevin Durant a ceiling raiser, but LeBron James isn't?
No, the great players, like guys like LeBron, KD, I'd say they can do both. I'm just saying, which one would I say they are better at? I'd say LeBron is the best floor raiser we've ever seen. He can make a bad team championship contenders. I've never seen anyone do that. Whereas with Kevin Durant, he makes an already good team, already great team, the best team of all time. So that's ceiling raising.
And you see, this is the difference.
But if you put LeBron on that team, don't you think that also would be ceiling raising?
I think they're worse than with KD.
Y'all are gonna hate.
I don't care if you think they're worse. Or,
they're definitely gonna hate mine because I'm confused. Because Mars, I feel like you just said the opposite of what your initial definition
Mars
was.
just got
disgusting,
and this is the first time I
he explained it well. I think
he explained it very well, but that's why I'm confused because
he pick and choose who he took shots at, and that was nasty because
he didn't take shots at anyone.
Yes, you did. You said if you put LeBron on Golden State, this is exactly what you said. I think KD is by how much, Mars?
Not that much. Because I said I think the team is better with KD than with LeBron. I said that. I already said
let's give it 2 letters. So let's give it 2 letter grades because you said like if LeBron goes to Golden State, he all of a sudden is a floor raiser. But if KD goes there,
I never said that.
So then
I said they're both ceiling raisers, but LeBron's a better floor raiser than a ceiling raiser. I think it's the opposite for Kevin Durant. I think he can be a floor raiser. I think he's a better ceiling raiser than a floor raiser. I think LeBron can be a ceiling raiser.
So KD didn't floor raise in OKC.
That wasn't floor raising. There was a season.
No, I'm asking you, was that floor?
There was a season where Russ was injured, and KD carried the funds to I think a top 2 or 3 seed. He won MVP. That's floor raising. But
that is ceiling raising. How is that not?
That's floor raising, Shaq, because
that team
there wasn't guys on his
that
squad.
team wasn't going to win, but the fact he made that team a high seed gave them home.
So basically,
you and I, we're about to look crazy.
No, I'm gonna look OD crazy, but I get it, and I'm gonna look crazy with the great substance of understanding what the hell I just understood, which is fine. Who go is it?
Euro.
Hold on.
It's mine.
This is where we have differences. To me, in my eyes, I think it's harder to be a ceiling raiser than a floor raiser. I think it's harder to be a floor raiser than a ceiling raiser.
Yes.
So now ceiling raiser. I think a lot of guys who's watching this thinking is like ceiling raiser is like the yes and floor raiser is like the no. Where in my eyes, it's not like that.
I mean, it's definitely easier to be a ceiling raiser because you already have a good team that you just elevate.
Exactly.
If you have the most trashiest team ever and then you make something out of that, that's more difficult, of course.
I think both are just descriptions of players. I'm not saying, if you're a ceiling raiser, you're better than a floor raiser.
When I look at floor raising or ceiling raising, I look, if you're the best 1 or 2 player on your team, are you guys average or are you guys being catapulted into astronomical levels? Whether you win a championship or whether you're like a Ja Morant who's a ceiling raiser, yes or no, Mars?
I can't wait till Euro go.
I lean to
So
say,
Ja Morant's
yeah,
not a ceiling. He's a floor raiser.
I'd say Ja's a floor raiser.
I mean, the electricity alone of Ja Morant, like you can say whatever you want about Westbrook and what he's done, but Ja Morant has came and put them in the second, or could have been first, but maybe not.
I don't
Put
know.
him second seed.
That's just because I don't see Memphis as championship contenders personally. If they are, then I'll say I was wrong about Ja not being a ceiling raiser.
But how could he be a floor raiser if the Grizzlies are competitive even without him?
Because without Ja on that team, come on.
They're 18-2, right?
I'm just asking. From my understanding,
they're like 20-3. But I think if I'm looking at floor raisers and ceiling raisers, I don't see Memphis doing anything without Ja Morant. I mean, they can win games in the regular season, but if you
let me address
the playoffs, no, they're not doing anything.
Let me address. Hold on, I just want to address that point. So, do you think that Golden State, let's say, would be good without? Because that's the same. Like, it's just weird, Dub, that you say because if Ja Morant was not on that team, they would not be the team that they are today. Let's just yes or no.
They would probably make the playoffs. And
okay.
that's
So you put Ja Morant on that team, and where do they go?
That's the very definition.
And he's a ceiling raiser.
A playoff contending team. You add that person to the
make
team
them become championship or higher contention.
Okay,
I just don't think Memphis are a championship contending team. That's where
that's why you're calling him.
Okay.
All right, Euro. DeMar DeRozan.
And they're not making the playoffs without Ja. Go ahead.
I'm super confused. Whatever. Floor.
The play-in.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Floor.
Donovan Mitchell.
I'll give him ceiling.
Klay Thompson.
Ceiling.
Zach LaVine.
Floor.
Miles Bridges.
Floor.
Jaylen Brown.
I don't know. Floor.
Whatever Zach LaVine has put
Jaylen
Brown.
Anthony Edwards.
Floor.
Jordan Poole.
Ceiling.
DeJounte Murray.
Ceiling.
DeMar DeRozan.
Ceiling.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Ceiling.
Klay Thompson.
Ceiling.
Zach LaVine.
Ceiling.
Miles Bridges.
Ceiling.
Jaylen Brown.
Ceiling.
Anthony Edwards.
Ceiling.
Jordan Poole.
Ceiling.
DeJounte Murray.
Ceiling.
I like it, Dale. I see what you're doing.
Because it's the weirdest thing to me because you take all of these players, right? And we're basing them on the teams that they've been on. You put all of these players on a good basketball team. None of these players would just affect them and make them a lesser version of themselves.
As a 1 or 2, what would happen with these players if they had their own team as a 1 or 2?
That's
their own.
Would they be a floor raiser or a ceiling raiser?
Like, listen, Shaq,
here and just say ceiling.
That's your definition. Yes, ceiling. Yes, that's your definition.
So then why at the beginning, why don't you just say they're all ceiling and let's just move on? Because you don't have to waste our time with the soliloquy.
It was better for me to do it that way.
It was terrible. It was terrible because
I loved watching you taking your
earphone off. You have to go. You have to go KD route. You have to go Kyrie route. You have to go Brooklyn Nets route. I have to be different. Everybody's a ceiling raiser.
No, everyone's a ceiling to me. Everyone on this list, you put them on a good team. You put them as a 1 or 2. They're gonna do the best they could do because you're basing them on what they did the year before. Like, so if you put them on a team, so if you put the Jordan Poole and let's say Anthony Edwards on the Pistons, right? Do I say they can't win 2 more games than they did the year before?
That's how you're going. That's
do I honestly
crazy.
That's do I honestly crazy. Say that?
So you're basing it off of 2 games?
It's 30 teams. Not every team is gonna make the playoffs. So what ceiling? Do you think the Pistons ceilings this year was the same ceiling as a championship team?
And all rings are the same too. All rings are the same too. Let's go.
I'm basically explaining it to y'all. If a losing team lost 5 games out of 82, and they add 2 more players, they won 20 games. To them, you don't think that's a better season? They won 15 more games. What ceiling are they aspiring to get to? The chip? No.
Yeah.
Why aren't you just logical with all your arguments and all your takes?
I kind of am.
Kind of.
All right, let's move on to some NBA news. NBA news. Miami Heat clinched the #1 seed in the East. Congrats, Dub.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Shaq, can't wait for the mail to somebody come knocking on my door. Can't wait for that. Thank you. Appreciate you. All the Miami disrespect needs to stop. Told y'all ever since the beginning of the year is what it is. Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, do you want to, Dub, you can't say that and not accept this bet.
What bet?
that they don't make it to the conference finals. Another four bottles. Because you just said all the disrespect that you told everybody. So now make it out the first round.
I'll
make it out the
parlay that.
second.
Let me see who's the.
parlay that.
I want to see who's the 8th seed first, and then I'll make that bet.
You
Wait,
genuinely
why
believe you
though?
can go out
They
in the
could
first
beat
round,
everyone.
don't you?
They
If
have to beat
Brooklyn,
everyone.
if Brooklyn's the
I
8th
stood
seed,
on. I'm standing on my.
and this
I'm
is where I've always been consistent with. I've said for the whole entire year, I said the only team that scares me is Brooklyn. So I'm not taking that bet if I know that we're gonna face Brooklyn. I'm not.
So does
How
that mean
can
you
that
think you'll
team?
lose?
Why does that team scare you guys so much?
Because of who Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are. I think they're that great of players that they could beat them with just those two. And they got Seth Curry and Drummond and all
But
them guys.
but so then what's the difference between James Harden and Embiid, who's about to be the MVP?
I think we match up better against them.
Odds
okay.
I think
on
we have answers for Embiid. We don't have no answers for KD.
odds
Hold on,
on-
who's
odds
winning the
on-
chip, Dub? Did
odds
you ever
on
say
if
that?
Miami wins,
Huh?
if Dub goes, I told
Who's
you so.
winning the chip?
Who's winning the chip this year?
Yeah,
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's
Brooklyn?
very close. Brooklyn has a possibility. Miami has a possibility. Bucks. I guess that's
The
top
only people
piece
that
for
you
me.
guys have a possibility against is Toronto, Chicago, Cleveland.
All right,
'cause
let's get into
Brooklyn,
this debate. Why
zap.
can't we beat
Philly,
the Bucks? I would like
zap.
to get into
Celtics,
this debate.
zap.
I've been waiting for
Bucks,
this one. Why can't
because
we? Why
the
can't we
Bucks
beat
are
the
a better
Bucks?
team. The
Okay.
Bucks are a better team than the Brooklyn
Mhm.
Nets, and you're scared of the Brooklyn Nets. It's like you're watching out for the bicycle riders to get hit with a like. Come on, Dub.
We're not going to compare the Brooklyn Nets and Bucks. I want to know why Miami can't beat the Bucks.
Anybody
He's
can
got-
beat anybody.
He's
No,
gonna
why-
go to,
no,
he's gonna
tell me.
go to Giannis struggling against the Heat. Historically.
He's always been struggling against us. For
But
the
They
yeah,
said
last
we
3
can't do
years.
that.
But
They'll
if
say
he,
we can't
if
do
he
that.
if he struggled
What you
against
mean?
you guys last year, you guys still got swept.
Yeah, we got swept. I told you we're a better version of ourselves this year than we was last year.
Why?
Is
Okay,
it-
so
am I
but,
false? Am I
but no,
false
but
in saying that?
you know how much better you have to be to go from losing every single game to winning
They're the
4 out of
1
7.
seed, bro. You know how much better they are this year? They're
Okay,
the
so
1 seed.
so if you believe your team's gone from winning 0 out of 4 games to winning 4 out of 7 in a year
Yes.
against the same team.
What record were they last year?
Okay.
Wait, Mars, I
doesn't
don't get
happen?
that. That's impossible?
No, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying based on the additions Miami have made and the strides Milwaukee have made, I don't see how that gap's been closed to that
What
extent.
strides? Let me ask you, how are you viewing the strides that each team has made?
I think
Like-
Miami in general have just got healthier, so that's a big stride for them. They struggled with health and COVID.
No,
That's-
I'm
Thank
talking
you.
about Bucks.
Thank you.
What's
Yeah,
the
and
Bucks
the
stride?
Bucks, I think Drew Holiday's become a much better offensive player this year in terms of scoring, playmaking. He has a bigger
Really?
role on up, yeah, for sure. I think
Hmm.
Drew Holiday, he's taken a bigger step. I think Chris, he's been a bit up and down, but he's always up and down. And I think Giannis has become a much better player than even he was last year. So I think
Well, last year they leaned on Chris Middleton a lot, and then they even had what's his name, Brooke Lopez. Even
they had Bryn
s-
Forbes killing you.
Yeah, Brent Forbes. So listen, as I said, bro, the Buck last year just wasn't our year, and I'll give y'all that. It's a different team, it's a different dynamic. We're better, we're more healthy, and we got better pieces. And you could tell by the way they play. You could tell.
Yeah, but you take the bet.
I think this is such a more fittable Miami playoff team than they've had in the last couple of years, and I think y'all not giving them enough
No,
credit.
I
think
agree.
Miami
I don't
is
think
scary.
I don't think they
they're
get swept by
very
Milwaukee.
scary.
I just think they lose to the Bucks in 6. I think it could go 7, but
It could for sure go 7, but you got the Bucks.
I just don't
got Miami.
see. I don't see a world where Miami can beat Milwaukee 4 out of 7 times.
I think the X factor will either be Giannis just somehow just says screw it, I'm about to kill these guys, or he's gonna have to lean on a guy like Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton to have a better.
All right,
series.
we're gonna see that.
I'm just excited that Luka
Hold on,
Doncic
no
is going to
bet?
see the second round.
For the Bucks.
Dub
Well,
is-
me and
Dub
you,
is-
me and you got a bet going with the Bucks in Miami Heat. It's
So
it's
why won't you bet for Miami and Brooklyn?
nah, bro. I'm not doing that. But Dell knows. Dell knows why. I'm not
So
doing
so
that.
if Brooklyn and the Bucks match up,
Brooklyn,
right.
I think that's gonna be a great series. I can't wait for that.
who's coming out of that?
I don't know. That'll be tough. Yeah, I
What?
think Giannis will have. I think Giannis will have a
Why,
chip.
why is that tough, but Miami's mopping the Bucks in your eyes?
He didn't
I
say
don't.
said
I
7.
never
He said 7
I
games.
didn't say they're mopping. I said that I just have complete confidence that we can't beat them.
You
It could
think
go
it's about
7 or
matchups, yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
think-
matchups we
think-
just match
yeah.
up. We match up very well against the Bucks, but the matchup with Brooklyn, as I told y'all, we have no answers for Kyrie or Kevin Durant.
Watch how you guys get done. Watch.
All right. At least
And Dale, watch how the Nets get done as well.
I got Brooklyn in 5.
At least
coming out the East.
No, beating Milwaukee in the first round.
Yo, if that happens, Shaq, bro, you tell Lo to get back on.
Wait,
tell Lo to get
let
back
me
on.
ask. I'm sorry, JD. Let me ask you a quick question, Shaq and Mars, because y'all have Giannis undeniably the best player in the NBA. If the Brooklyn Nets beat the Bucks in 5 games, would y'all say KD is better than Giannis?
If KD is somehow miles and leaps are better than Giannis in that series, probably.
What?
Maybe.
Why wouldn't you just stick to your Giannis? That makes no sense.
Because if KD shows he can play at a higher level, if KD shows that he can play at a higher level than Giannis, which I haven't seen.
Basically, Mars is saying no because that's impossible.
Yeah, if KD shows he can play at a higher level than Giannis, and Giannis, if KD just wins and the Nets play better or the Bucks just play worse and Giannis is great, I'm not gonna say KD's better. But if both teams play great and the difference is KD just was miles better than Giannis, I'll say KD.
What is miles better? Like, so if KD has 45 and Giannis has 41?
Giannis would have to underperform.
This argument makes no sense to me because so the only catalyst to putting KD over Giannis and vice versa is when they play each other.
I never said
no,
that.
He didn't say that. Dell just asked the question.
No, but the way he answers, that's what he's saying. Shaq, you do this as well, just like the other guy.
He's saying that it's not going to be close. There's no way KD is going to go in there and outplay Giannis to a point where we believe, oh, KD, now you're just better than Giannis. Unless you score 50 a game, KD.
Didn't KD outplay Giannis last year? He just didn't win.
It wasn't to the degree that it would have to be.
But didn't he outplay him? But he outplayed. I'm not saying
you would say he outplayed him. I wouldn't say so. No.
Yeah, but Dub, when you say outplay, are you just only talking about offense?
He's talking about points per game. But
he
anyway,
did triple doubles. What you talking about?
He got
once again, you're only talking about offense.
But I just want to say
the nicest person I've ever met.
No.
The level that
because
KD
it's just
would
weird
have to
to me.
outplay Giannis, I don't think is an achievable level.
In that series, you're saying only in that series.
No, Dub, you're a gridiron guy. When you talk about the NFL, do you only talk about the offense when you're talking about a team, or do you talk about the defense as well?
That's the point I was getting at.
The Nets.
I just asked. Hold on. Wait a second. I just asked the question. I want to clarify the question. When you're in the reason the NFL is so predictable in the best team that you go into the game usually wins. The team that you think is going to win usually wins. Why? Because this offense is better than that defense.
That doesn't happen in football because it's a one game elimination and upsets happen. So it's a 7-game series.
No upset, but majority of the
but you're talking. Let me answer your
time.
first question.
Stop being nasty.
Let me answer your first question. You talking about defense? The Nets defense was the best in the playoffs last year.
We're talking about Giannis's defense versus KD's defense.
No. And let me ask you something. Let me finish what I'm saying. So the Nets defense.
So who affects the game more defensively, KD or
let
Giannis?
me finish this question. I said the Nets defense was a top defense in the league in the playoffs last year. Why do you think that's the case?
I don't give a damn. It wasn't because of KD. It was because of KD.
And that's where we disagree. I think it's because of KD.
Okay.
Can I clarify my point since it didn't make sense?
Please.
My point was, I'm basically saying no, KD can't be better than Giannis without saying no. I'm basically leaving the room open for possibility. I'm saying KD would have to outplay Giannis by such a wide margin that I don't think is possible.
In the playoffs totality or only in their series?
No, JD, this is such a nasty question.
It's not nasty.
No, because it's two different.
Stop
wait a second. Because you guys look at you always cape. You guys look at points per game and KD's role with the Brooklyn Nets is much different than Giannis's role with the Bucks. It just is.
Okay,
it just is. For you to sit here and say, so hold on. So for you to sit here and say that. For you to sit here and say that KD is just better just because of what he does on offense is kind of gross. In the words of Dale, it's kind of gross.
No one is saying that.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, so then how does KD outplay?
We're letting Mars answer. None of us ever said that.
You just said, so how does KD outplay Giannis? You guys just all agree that KD outplayed Giannis last
year. Bro.
No, last season you've already answered it. Last season you said that KD outplayed Giannis, correct?
I would say KD had a better series. I've never said KD cooked Giannis or KD bust Giannis.
Based off of what?
Had a bet based on the stacks, based on the deck being stacked against him in 3 out of 4 of those games, and him having to do things that he normally doesn't have to do because he has help. Giannis still had his dogs with them. It was so you know how peep this, Shaq. You know how
I can respect.
Hold on. You know how you hate KD Warriors rings because he had Clay and Steph with him. KD had no one, and he was still able to play at that level and being close to advancing versus Giannis. He literally had no one at the last 3 out of 4 games.
I feel like what else do you expect for like? I get it. That's an all-time.
So that's
great
basically what
KD.
that's all we say. Giannis still had Chris. He still had Drew. Fully healthy. I think Brooke was still there.
But you make it seem like
team. He still had the camaraderie. He still had continuity. He still had his team. That's all I'm saying.
If Kyrie and James weren't there, how many games would that have went? If KD just entered into that playoff series.
You know what that this is the thing. You know what's crazy though? It all depends on how many games leading up to KD been by himself.
Okay.
Like
I don't think he wouldn't be in that position. He would.
That matters.
They would have got
All right.
They would probably been a play-in team.
Back to you, Mars, and I'm going to provide context for people who might just be tapping into player's choice. They don't have any context around this specific argument. Because you said that Giannis is easily the best player in the NBA. Then we debated Giannis versus KD, and Giannis was better than KD. So I want to know why you are saying you could see and put KD over Giannis because of the playoffs. Is that in totality how he plays in the playoffs, or is that just if they meet up in the playoffs in their series?
Well, they can only meet in either the first round or the conference finals. So if they both meet in the conference finals, I'm going to assume they both played great to get there because that would need to happen. But if they met in the first round, what I'm saying is I think the gap between KD and Giannis is so big or large that the level that Giannis would have to play at would have to be LeBron 2011 level. And the level KD would have to play at is a level that he has never reached before. But if that somehow happened, which I don't think would happen, if that somehow happened, I'd have no other choice but to say I think KD showed that he's better. But I'm basically saying I don't think it will happen, but never say never. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. What do you mean a level he never reached before?
I've never seen KD.
So last year, if they beat the Bucks, that wasn't a level. They lost the game. It's more. See, this is.
But I don't think KD was better than Giannis then.
Giannis averaged 13 and 5 last year.
If KD won that game, I'm not saying it's based on win or loss. I'm saying based on performance. If KD won that game 7, I'm still gonna say Giannis is a better player.
Okay.
I'm just saying KD would have to play so great and Giannis would have to play so bad for it to change my mind. I don't see it happening, but it's not impossible.
So you're looking at it from a talent, is what I'm saying here.
No, I think he's not looking at his talent. He's looking at based on just numbers.
I think so because I can't.
I'm telling you, it's just numbers. It's numbers.
Because I don't hear
No, that's fine, Shaq. I'm ready to move along. It's based on the numbers of Giannis, the rebounds, the points, the.
But you put in the heart of KD.
I didn't put in no heart. I didn't say that.
That's basically what you're saying.
I test KD passes the eye test. You can see he's more talented. That's what it is.
So why is Giannis?
I think he's more talented than Giannis.
Because that's you guys take. I've never said that. I'm just saying this is.
I know, right? I agree with you.
This is Dell's claim, and I'm not arguing against this.
KD showed more heart last year in the playoffs.
No, Giannis showed heart.
You said no.
I think KD's better basketball. KD could go 0-82 on a team, and Giannis could go 82-0, and I'll still think Kevin Durant is a better basketball player than him. So it's nothing about heart, because Giannis has heart himself. So it has nothing to do with no heart.
Moving on. At least 2 Celtics players are unvaccinated, according to the Boston Reporter. It's believed to be Jaylen Brown and Al Horford.
Facts.
Good for them.
Nikola. Go ahead.
I think all Boston players plays today just so they don't get. I don't know if they're getting vaxxed just so they don't have to go to Toronto, because if they lose and they have to play Toronto in the first round, they will be without Horford and Brown. So they got to play serious today, or else lose a game and then have to go.
I mean,
to
what happens though if they meet him? Like, let's say the chips fall, like real opportunity.
And they play Toronto.
They have, like, regardless first round or whatever, it doesn't matter.
They can't go.
So do you think, but that's my point though, like, do you think that they would do that? Like, that's still a risk. Like, it's going to blow up in their face.
Well,
anyway.
Kyrie was doing it, and until the thing changed, that helped him. So if Brooklyn meets Toronto somehow, some way in the playoffs. I don't think Kyrie's getting vaxxed for those 2 games. So I look at Jaylen Brown and Al Horford, they probably won't get vaxxed for those 2 games. So it's been this long. This is why I think I don't think they're getting vaxxed, especially with people taking masks off now. They thinking COVID is over.
Who has a better chance? Who has a better chance winning the series? Celtics without Horford and Brown, or Brooklyn without Kyrie?
Against Toronto?
It doesn't matter. Well, yeah, I guess it would have to be against Toronto.
Well, I will still go with Boston because I think the team dynamic, I think the continuity of just a team is better in Boston than it is in Brooklyn.
That's 2 key pieces missing.
Still, though, I think structures go a long way. So this is why when we was arguing earlier and someone said Memphis would make the playoffs if Ja wasn't there for the whole year, I don't agree with that. Ja being there from the beginning laid a foundation and laid a feeling, laid a confidence, and that helps for when he's not there. So if they still have the coach, they still have the team concept, they still have that continuity, they could steal a game in Toronto for sure. They could steal 1 game in Toronto with Tatum and Smart. They could steal a game.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Tsunami Zay donated through the super chat. Do you think players fear KD more than Giannis?
Wait. How did Ja Morant instill that continuity?
He was there.
He was there, but I think there was 14 and 12 when he got hurt.
They didn't start great.
So where did that
but he still was there though. Like you think your best players there, that helps. Like
it does.
Look at the Boston Celtics.
But then what happened after he got hurt? They went on a run. They started building confidence. Then when Ja Morant gets there, they continued that confidence.
You're not. I don't think you're comprehending.
No. I understand what he's saying. It's just I don't see where you're talking about the continuity of confidence is coming from.
The continuity of being a team going in the gym. All those Miami Heat teams you love. They started 9-7. They started terrible. So you don't think the fact that even LeBron James being there, going through that with them, if he would have got hurt, they would have still be able to build off of that? You don't think that's something?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. It's like you lose a thing. We still know there's a team is still running a certain way. Other than it's different than Ja not being there for the first 25 games, then coming. Mm-hmm. It's much now you have to fit. Of course, it's easy, it's simple. The NBA run all them fully offense, but Ja being there, being in that locker room, all that stuff, this is our dog, whatever. And they were coming off of a great winning a playing game to get in the playoffs last year. So they was moving in the right direction from last year anyway.
Mm-hmm. I just think the pieces on Memphis. I think like Dylan Brooks and Adams is playing where Jaren
When
Jackson.
Did Brooks get hurt? Didn't Brooks get hurt as well?
Brooks got hurt, but he didn't. When Ja Morant got hurt, he was playing well without him. Desmond Bane as well. Like I just think the talent on that team is just really good in my opinion.
So do you think they make the playoffs without Ja?
Yes, I do.
And the Lakers couldn't make the play-in with LeBron. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Tsunami Zay donated through the super chat. Do you think players fear KD more than Giannis?
Do you think that Bucks team, that Grizzlies team, is anything close to that LA team roster-wise? That's why that's a bad joke.
I think the Memphis Grizzlies has way better role players than the Lakers. I think like
they have a better balance. Their balance is next to none.
Yeah, they have a better structure like that.
Like if LeBron was on that team instead of Ja Morant, they'd be the number 1 team in the universe. Now that we see it though, in hindsight.
Maybe. They might. I think he could raise their ceiling to that status.
I like it, Dub.
All those players could.
I already asked.
What was the question?
KD being feared more than Giannis by peers.
I believe so.
So do I.
KD.
Nikola Jokic becomes the first player in NBA history with 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists in a single season.
Sadly, I think that wins him MVP in this narrative-driven world.
I think so too. Like that right there is like the little cherry.
How does he do that? Yeah, how does he do that?
That narrative will come back to bite him in the ass if he doesn't win the ring soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'll be super empty stats.
I don't think the Nuggets.
The heavyweight.
I don't think the Nuggets can win a ring though with the team they got. with or without Jamal Murray.
I think if Jamal Murray and MPJ come back healthy, and if MPJ continues on the trajectory he was on, I could see them winning a ring.
At least making it to the conference conference finals.
I think they're going to be that team who's always just going to make it, but never get over that hump, unless they make some changes.
I feel like it could be like a Giannis situation where he's just there for so long, good for so long, and then eventually it just falls into place. I don't know. I could see it. Anthony Edwards scores 49 points in a win versus the Spurs and puts him in some elite company. I think he's the fourth on this list of most points before turning 21. You got LeBron, KD, Carmelo, and then Anthony Edwards.
You should be happy about that.
Should be.
Number 7 seed Timberwolves will face the number 8 seed Clippers in the play-in tournament.
It's going to be a good game. I got the Clippers.
Yeah, that's a toss-up. It's just one game. Anything can happen. So I don't know. If I had to choose, I'm going Clips too.
Matthew Purrs donated through the super chat, said Curry and Braun or KD and Curry.
Just as those two, or
Curry, LeBron, and KD and Curry, like building around that duo.
Bro, I just read the super chat. I don't have the context.
I'm going Braun Curry.
Yeah, if it's just those two, I'll go LeBron and Steph. But if it's on the Warriors, I'm going KD and Steph.
I'm going KD and Steph. Any team.
Going LeBron, Steph.
Let's see. What did Adam say? Yeah, go ahead, Euro.
KD, Steph.
Where is it?
I don't think Braun takes a little away from Steph. No?
In terms of what dominating the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. Like
I'm looking at it in any system. That's why.
Yeah, that's the one reservation I'd have. But I think
they can make something work between the two of them.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially like LeBron handling he could be Draymond, the super Draymond, right? Handling the rock and.
Oh, right. So then it's the Warrior system then.
Yeah, I think LeBron can. System. I think LeBron can play in that.
If Bron and Kyrie can win a ring, then Bron and Steph can win a ring.
Exactly.
Okay.
Adam Silver's focused on getting star players to play more by changing the 82-game schedule. The play-in tournament, I thought, was the beginning of creating renewed incentives for teams to remain competitive and be fighting for playoff position, Silver said. It might be through in-season tournaments and changes in format where we can get at it. I also have said in the past, if we have too many games, that's something we should look at as well. It's something as we sit down and we're looking at new media deals and looking at a new collective bargaining agreement, we will be studying. There wasn't any banging of the table or anything like that. From my discussions with players, they recognize it's an issue too. The style of the game has changed in terms of the impact on their bodies. I think we've got to constantly assess and look at a marketplace going forward and say what's the best way to present our product and over how long of a season.
Here's where the NBA is nasty because they never can get out of their own way. It's so hard for them to make changes. But if they lowered the amount of teams that's in the league, yes, some cities would be upset, but there's some cities where it's like, why do you even have an NBA team to start off with? So if you lower the amount of NBA teams and you heighten what the G League is supposed to be and actually play those players so it's more competitive, the crop in the NBA would be so much more competitive because here's the thing. If you take out, let's say 6 to 8 teams, all those top tier players have to move to other teams. So now you have a team from 1 to 12. So now every single night you're getting some type of action, but you guys won't mature the G League. So, and you're trying, I'm not gonna say you guys won't, but you guys won't mature the G League enough to make it even competitive. Like there's so many players in the league right now, and I get it's a transition point. Younger players are coming in, but it's too many players that aren't good enough in the league right now. It just is. It just is across the board.
I just attested to the players being in a different mental space than players of the past, to be honest. Like
that's not it. It's just young. The NBA is just younger. So guys need more experience. So how do you go get more experience?
I'm not talking about the younger. I'm not talking about the younger players because the younger players are being sat out as well. Like the younger players are sitting out.
But to your
main
point,
factors is the players are the star players are sitting out. So let's say the old players,
but even if they
LeBron's
were
is
to
sitting
sit
out.
out, even if they were to sit out, you're telling me if you got a guy like Donovan Mitchell that if you shrink the league, it's like, okay, I won't say Donovan Mitchell, but I'm trying to think of like a mid-tier guy like Alonzo Ball or somebody like that. Or I'm trying to think of good like mid-tier players that if you put them on a team with other good players, if LeBron sits out, then Lonzo's playing more. So it's like every single night you got 10 to 12 guys that are really good.
It'll be more competitive for sure, but the NBA would lose money, and that's what makes everything
No. Because if you
lose 6 to 8 teams, you don't think the NBA is going to lose money?
That's why I said with the G League, if you are somehow able to manage to make the G League, the only reason the G League is the G League is because you guys don't put any money into it. Now,
I mean, but you don't know what their plans is for the G League because I'm looking. But here, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at because we know they're about to build up the NBA Europe, right? And we know that they're about to expand 2 more teams, right? Seattle and Vegas. And so to me, what it looks like is they're just going to phase out the NCAA out of the equation. They're going to turn the G League. What?
Euro.
That's what they try.
History of life
never.
That's what they're trying to do. What do you? Why do you think? Why do you think the G League Ignite team is a thing?
Well, if that's the case,
Wouldn't
then
they just let them come out of high school? Wouldn't they just let them come out of high school?
That's for top tier players. I don't think you can eliminate.
Yeah, but the high school players aren't ready for the league like that.
I don't know if college basketball is the most gambled on sport, but I think it is, to the best of my knowledge. And if you think that that's getting eliminated,
and you don't think that people are still going to bet on college sports, the March Madness is the most gambled on sports event. You acting like March Madness is going to cease to exist. That's still going to be a thing.
So how does the
gene pool, the talent pool is just going to shift?
Yeah, the top prospects.
It's just going to shift. The NBA wants more market share when it comes to basketball talent and pool. You know what I mean? They want all of that. That's why they're expanding.
Your point is that they're going to take more players from high school and put them into the G League.
Yes.
That's going to create a bigger problem than it solves because players are going to be coming into there's not enough good high school players that can compete in the G League against other grown ass men. That's the first. It's going to be watered down.
This is where have you seen the expansion plans for NBA Europe? Like all the rumors and everything like that.
Yeah. But
so that's here's the thing.
But me and you both know that will never be respected anywhere. The only place that the NBA is getting respected how it is in the United States. If you come over to Europe and think you're about to outdo the EuroLeague as an NBA as a whole, that's not happening.
And I don't want to get nasty because you play in the EuroLeague and I'm not trying to cause problems, but JD, you and I, we talked about this, privately.
Yep.
So you may want to back me up and say, dog, like what they are doing over there, and it's not. I mean, I don't want to speak on this.
So for them to do that, they would have to throw money at those players that they aren't even giving the players in the G League.
It's going to be a farm system.
What I'm trying to tell you is, so how much are players going to get paid in Europe? NBA Europe.
They have the advantage. They have the advantage of standing up clubs, franchises on their own.
So why would they do that in Europe before they do it in the G League?
The G League is already established. What are you talking about?
But it's not though, because there's a reason. I look at this like, why am I over here playing against Mike James?
What do you mean? Mike James is an NBA talent. That's not an NBA.
I'll answer your
question.
But
if you were to pay players like they get paid over here in the G League, there would be no reason for all the good guys that are supposedly.
I mean, you act like they can't have a different incentives to where the NBA is they're not going to develop a business and then automatically compromise the top position that the NBA is currently enjoying. They're not going to do that. Of course not.
But the thing is, why wouldn't they? But I'm telling you how to make the NBA more exciting. I said make less teams.
They don't care about excitement. They care about selling ad space. They care about making money. Why do you think the All-Star game is what it is? It's trash.
So why is Adam Silver talking about, if they don't care about the excitement, then why is Adam Silver talking about getting stars to play more?
In the All-Star game.
Because that's more eyeballs.
Because that's more money for the stars.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I said to make the league. We're not talking about the All-Star game right here. We're talking about the season, not make players play in the All-Star game. They play.
So what you're saying, but no, you're saying is like it would be better. It would behoove the NBA to shrink it, right? Because that's more good players to go around. That goes against what the NBA is currently planning, what they've been planning since the beginning of time.
I didn't say that's what they were going to do.
Right. And so what I'm saying is, and I agree with you 100%. If I was Adam Silver, right, and I had plans for the NBA in the future, and I wanted this league to be better, I would shrink it too. But their plan is to make it bigger. And in order for it to be bigger and better at the same time, they have to change how the NBA is currently structured. And the G League plays a big part in that. NBA Europe will play a big part in that. We already seen a test run with the NBA Africa.
I think it's just still NBA Africa. I think what you think and what the NBA think is about to happen is going to be met with so much resistance coming over here to a different continent in Europe in this way of thinking, oh, you think you're about to come over here and make the NBA bigger than the
Why
Euro
are you
League?
hyper-focusing on American players? They have a slew of players that could play, quote unquote, in the NBA, especially once you make open that door. Whoever, a Luka Doncic that is now 12 years old, whoever, it doesn't matter. Once you open that door where it's like a clear, like a direct line to the NBA, you will see talent improving dramatically.
I don't think, there's not enough European players. How you think in your mind that's going to, so is it going to be 8 teams in this NBA Europe?
Maybe. The NFL tried it. They flopped, like crazy. But NFL Europe used to be a thing too.
If it's younger guys that they're like, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, I still don't think they pack out stadiums how the EuroLeague does. And that's if it's about the money. That's what I'm saying.
It all depends on who they can sign, because they're going to throw bags at players that they know can be draws overseas to try and build up their fan base, whatever. Do their NBA
what bags
thing,
do you think they're going to throw? What bags are they going to throw? They're not throwing to the G League players.
They're going to, because it's a new market for them, so they're going to try and do whatever they can to break into it. So they're going to throw ridiculous money at it, because that's the only, because to get the players that you're going to want, you can't just go over there, start the league, and then have people that no one's ever heard of. You're not going to get.
So who do you think is going to be in it? I keep asking this question.
That's a good, Shaq, it is a good question, but no one can answer that question because you don't know.
I'm answering the question for you because I'm at how much are they going to pay these players?
I don't know the answer to that question. They're going to throw ridiculous amounts of money. They're going to say.
I mean, you act like there aren't known players that aren't in the league right now or that are trying to get back into like, for example, like a Jamal Crawford or a Carmelo Anthony.
Sure.
Now that's a far cry, but what I'm saying is like those types of players that are known.
It is a far cry. That's why.
Also, Shaq,
that's why it shouldn't be.
It's a far cry to bring up an NBA Europe, and they're still talking about it.
What they're going to try to do is, because obviously EuroLeague's their biggest competition over there. So what they're going to try to do is poach EuroLeague players as much as possible. Shaq, I'm going to use you as an example because you are a player. If they go to you and say, Shaq, talking to your agent, whatever. Okay, how much money are they paying him over here? All right, let's double the deal. Let's triple the deal. And they're going to do this.
This is what I'm trying to let
EuroLeague players.
This is what I'm trying to say. Why don't they do that in the G League, but they're going to come over to NBA? Do they do that in NBA Africa?
G League is already American based. NBA already has way more eyeballs than G League. G League can't compete with NBA because that's already Americans. They're going to bring in a brand new eyeballs. Now the games are at different times in their home cities, London, wherever it is. And now the talent is home.
I'm playing with European players, or I'm playing with all the top players in EuroLeague. So NBA is about to come and snatch. Oh, this is about to be funny. This is about to be really funny. But I'm with you guys. I see the vision.
But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't dismiss it as if it's something ridiculous, because EuroLeague players,
I'm
your
standing
peers,
right here and I'm
if they
telling you
can
this has
attach
0%
themselves
success. If you were talking about taking players from the EuroLeague and putting them into NBA Europe, I'm telling you, it's a success rate of 0%. Now, if
it's not just the EuroLeague, it's the BCL too.
If you
Yeah, Shaq, wait, why is it 0% though?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Like you can't tell me that you and your peers, if they were able to sign an NBA deal, right? With in Europe, in Europe, they would eat that up. What you mean?
There are
if the NBA is not playing their G League players that these goddamn NBA teams own, if you think they're about to take that money and just put it in Europe and pay these guys millions of dollars to come and play in NBA Europe for
no one's saying millions though. No one's saying millions though.
So then that poses the reason. Then why would I leave in the first place if I'm not getting Where am
But
I
this
getting
is the
taxed
thing.
at? Let's start
This
there.
is-
Now
no,
let's start to get into stuff
you're
like that.
being
Where am
gross
I
with the
getting
tax.
taxed?
But look, this is what
No, I'm not being gross
this
because
is what you're
Dale,
missing.
Dale,
Why?
I'm being
Why is
gross
that?
with the
You
tax.
acting like there's not Americans living overseas getting paid by the American government
So
or
1
American
million. So
companies.
1 million. So 1 million in Europe is the same as 1 million in the league.
I just
What
want
are
to
you
move
talking
on now
about, man?
because I don't
Why
see the
you-
NBA.
You know
Europe
what
pay
I'm
taxes
no. Because when you pay taxes in the league, you take home half, maybe less. If I'm playing overseas, I take home 100%. That's what I'm saying. That is the differences. The clubs pay for all the taxes for the player. That's just starting off in their country, and then you get write-offs, and then there's other ways to do stuff.
And make sure you make sure the other ways because some people are still paying. But this is what I didn't want to. The fact that you're trying to compare NBA Europe to what the NBA is not doing for the G League is what you're missing. To the NBA, the G League is working. For the players, it's not. But for the NBA, the G League is working. So if they're trying to branch off and create a new lane like NBA Europe, like JD said, more eyes, they're gonna go hard because they know they're stepping out of their boundaries. For the G League, for the owners, for all them stuff, it's working for them. The two-way is working for them. The Exhibit 10 deals is working no matter what the
So
money
then
or
why
the cost
aren't why aren't the top players in EuroLeague signing two-ways in the league if it's working?
Wait, what?
Why wouldn't I sign a two-way? You just said it's working. You just said
It's
that the
working
format
for the NBA. It's working.
Yes. My point
okay.
exactly. So if you come to Europe and you're about to poach players, you think that the teams are going to be like, why would I pay? Why I just signed the player that I want?
They're not.
I can get any player that I want. Who
If
needs
it's
to develop?
NBA Europe, Shaq, they're not going to be paying you what they're paying the D League. They're not going to do that.
I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you personally. I'm here to tell you.
If they're
Mars just learned about the NBA 4 years ago. I'm here to tell you there's zero interest. That's what I'm trying to let you guys know. There's zero interest.
If they're trying to bring NBA Europe with the same G League landscape, it will fail. But they will not go to NBA Europe with the G League landscape. I do not think that whatsoever.
So when is it supposed to roll out?
I don't think it's. I think I don't never heard about it. But I mean, based on what
that's not for another at least 8 to 10 years at least.
Now, 8 to 10 years, the landscape can be much different even in the G League. So that's why we didn't even have to have this conversation.
Thank you. God bless.
I thought this was an NBA debate show, Shaq.
I mean, 8 to 10 years, I'm like, of course, a lot can happen in 8 to 10 years, even in the G League. A lot has happened in 8 to 10 years, in the last 8 to 10 years.
And where do you think the NCAA will fit into all of this in 8 to 10 years?
It will not mess up.
The NCAA has been here for.
It will not mess up anything going on with NCAA. It will not. March Madness will still be madness. It's for sure.
Players it's untouchable.
Because for every superstar you leave, it's going to be a 3-year, 4-year scenes that the media is just going to love. You're going to have a Cinderella.
That's
story
my point. And so
have a Cinderella story like St. Peter's and all that.
That's exactly what will happen with players in Europe. That's exactly what will happen with players in the G League. You will always find somebody to spin a narrative around.
So who has come out of NBA?
Wait. I don't know. I don't know about the G League way as March Madness though, Euro, because they don't get that media attention in the G League. They don't.
I mean, for sure, March Madness is grandfathered in. You know what I mean? Like they can't. Nobody can compete with those TV deals. But what I'm saying is you don't. There's not. You can have something besides that. March Madness is not the end all be all.
It kind of is.
No.
I don't think anything will replace March Madness ever.
Right.
That's something that will always be
what it is. Facts.
All right, let's get into players' choice. That was a good debate or good discussion at least. Players' court.
Get into players' choice.
Get into players' choice. Welcome to players' choice. Players Court. If you're brand new to Players Choice, the segment Players Court, we have each panelist. They are presented a topic or a question, and they're going to have 24 seconds to give their best answer, their best response. And you guys, as the chat on YouTube, you guys are going to vote who is out every round until we have 2 last standing panelists, and they're going to 1v1 to see who won Players Court. Really quick, we just got a super chat from Izzy Wealthy. Watched Asia Wilson on the shop and wondered, how would you guys make the WNBA brand better and closer to the NBA?
You just got to pay them more. That's it. If you pay them millions of dollars, that's it.
I
Got to
agree.
fix the whole problem.
And you got to dump some millions into the marketing budget too.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer this because
it's
just going to make this too long. So I'm good on the answer.
Players court. Since we are on time constraints, how should we do this? Who won the last players court?
I did.
Yeah.
Do we have Dell make the order? And I could still ask.
Yes,
that always makes the order.
Never mind. G Baby already did it. Mars, Euro, Dell, Shaq, Dub.
Damn.
Mars, Euro, Dell, Shaq.
What's going on?
Dub. I need chat. I need numbers 1 through 5. 1 through 5, chat. Spam some numbers in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Got my timer here.
Man. Got last.
Matthew Purrs, just finished watching Shaq's highlights. Didn't know he had a bag like that. What is one key difference you see in Europe that you don't see in the NBA?
I got a bag. Okay. I just think the competitive nature, like literally, I think that's it. Like anybody can win on any given night. I mean, I guess it's the same in the NBA, but I guess the competing wise, like how hard you have to play every single possession. You just can't take a possession off. You can, but it might come back to bite you in the end. But I mean, as far as like good, intense basketball every single night, I think there's nothing like that. Really, except like NBA playoffs, March Madness, stuff like that. And college basketball is also like that.
Fire. Also,
Kinda.
Chat, I highly recommend you watch EuroLeague playoffs. It's actually very fun to watch. I just like watching EuroLeague basketball in general, comparing it to NBA, because it's just way more team-oriented. Just
Facts.
It's great basketball to watch. All right, I have a number. We have Mars, Euro, Dell, Shaq, Dubs. Starting with you, Mars. Add one addition to any NBA player to make them the greatest of all time. Height is blacklisted. You cannot add inches.
I'm gonna go Giannis with KD's mid-range. I think their height is so similar. I think it translates pretty much effortlessly. I think if Giannis has a tool in his bag where if you stop him from getting to the rim, he can just rise up over anyone and no one can even get close to that shot because he's the same height as KD. I think it just adds one more tool to the toolbox that would make Giannis the most unstoppable player of all time. And I think that would arguably make him the GOAT and great.
Euro. He was about to say something crazy.
I'll say LeBron and three-point shooting, or just shooting in general. If you equip him with something like that is not just reliable, but elite level shooting, I don't think there's a question of who's the best player ever.
Dell.
I'm gonna take the GOAT.
Is it Dell?
Yep.
Yes, I'm gonna take the GOAT, and I'm gonna take Michael Jordan. If you add him with the way Steph Curry shoots, it'll be undeniable. He'll have the mid range, he'll have the post work, and he'll everything. His work ethic, everything with that jump shot, elite.
Shaq.
I think Shaq with Steve Nash's free throws. If he shoots 90% from the free throw line, I feel like his points per game shoot up to 5 or 6 every single year, and then he would average 30 for the better part of his career. That's what held him back. But if you can't hack Shaq or any big like Giannis, it becomes difficult.
Dub.
If you give Kevin Durant probably Dennis Rodman's defense, Kevin Durant is already an all-time great scorer, top 3 in everybody's eyes. So you give him a defense of a top 3 level, it's going to be hard to not undeniably call him the greatest player of all time.
All right, chat. I need names in the chat. Type names in the chat who you're voting out this round. We have Mars, Euro, Dell, Shaq, Dub. Give me names who you are voting out. Who's getting zapped?
Shaq,
I want to say something so bad, but
Shaq, I'm mad you took Shaq. I was definitely going Shaq.
It's a positive comment too. We have Dub, Mars, Euro, Dub, Euro, Mars, Dub.
I'm getting voted out.
Seen some Dells in there.
Looks like Euro, Dub.
Dub, Dell, Euro, Mars. One Shaq in there. Just one little sprinkle. Do Mars, Dub, and Euro. Mars, Dub, and Euro. I've seen a couple Dells. Shaq, I think your name was mentioned. Yeah, that's fine. Dub, Euro, Mars.
I didn't like your explanation. Shaq.
Who's?
Whoa, Dub. Whoa, Dub.
Shaq, what did you pick?
Sabotage.
Shaq, what did you pick again?
I thought Shaq's not in
Shaq,
the voting.
90% from the free throw line.
See,
Okay.
since you're doing that, Dub, what I was gonna say was I loved that answer. Like that was going into like a completely different bag. I
If
never
I
would
was
have thought
first,
of.
I'd go.
Like,
I picked that.
wow.
Bro, I
I
was
picked
like,
that first also.
I was in my mind. I was like, "Dag, I want to get Shaq in shooting because
Shaq.
it was 3, and then the 3 with free throws, but then Shaq took him. I'm
Shaq
like, all right,
knocking free throws down. He's averaging 35, 40 a game.
Shaq shooting threes in general, bro.
Well, he
Like,
just said free throws, so like just being able to knock
Exactly.
down his
No,
free
because
throws.
I get
Who
to
did
stay in
Euro?
the
Who did
lane.
Euro pick?
LeBron and shooting.
And the more Dub talks, the higher the percentages go.
Who did Mars pick?
Dub, you're outta
Giannis
here.
with KD's mid range.
I'm for real out of here.
Yeah,
And
you're
who
getting
did Dub
your
pick?
He's zapped.
KD with Dennis.
Yeah,
Rodman
you got
defense.
zapped. Anything over 50% is a zap.
That was
Damn.
Interesting.
I mean, but you went last. That's why. That's tough.
I
That's
know.
tough.
I know.
They said my answer is too vague. That's crazy. man.
Dub 1, 2, 4, or 5.
I'm not gonna cheat this time. I'll do. I'll stick with 1.
Mars, which team can get the best trade package for their star player?
I mean, in terms of teams giving up everything in their franchise for them, I think Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic, I think he's probably the most valuable asset in the NBA based on the fact that he's 23. His contract extension, I think, doesn't kick in until next year. I think we're looking at Luka having potentially maybe 7 or 8 years left with another franchise. I think if you're looking at him as an investment, as a long-term investment, his age, his development, I think he's probably the most valuable asset.
Euro.
I'm gonna go LeBron. LeBron and the Lakers. Obviously, you know that's a big name. They will get something for him for sure. LeBron.
Still.
I'm gonna go with Giannis. You live on this panel. Everybody say they want to build a franchise. They're gonna start with Giannis. If the Bucks are willing to chase Giannis, the team would probably include their superstar to also get Giannis in a valuable of picks and package. I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Shaq.
I gotta go Jason Tatum. The hype around this kid is unbelievable. Like off of hype alone, the Celtic, like a team will literally trade away maybe their third or fourth and second options on their team just to get Jason Tatum for the future. And to be honest, I'm not mad at it, but his hype is unbelievable.
Shaq's trying to win the show down the stretch. Put up the poll, Shaq. Make sure you vote in the poll. You don't need to type in names now because there's only 4 people left. There is a poll up on YouTube. You have Mars, Del, Shaq.
Euro. I'm sorry, Euro, but that was gross.
Why?
Euro started chuckling and made me laugh.
It made me.
Why?
Well,
Because
just
LeBron,
because Bron's age. Bron's age. That's why. That's what.
You mean to tell me that a low, like for example, I'm considering Bronny and all of that shit. He will be moved. He will be moved from the Lakers eventually, or he'll move himself. That's gonna happen. You mean to tell me that nobody in the league will give everything that they have for LeBron?
Yes, no, they won't.
Even if it's just a year to have LeBron and Bronny, all that.
Everything.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're wrong.
More than Jason Tatum, because I don't think the Celtics are going to move Jason Tatum.
No, but
if they did,
hypothetical is being the move. Hypothetical is being the move.
It gets and you're wrong because it's 112 votes and you got 75%.
Cool.
That's why
That's cool. That's cool. Listen, man, but let's not act like the chat isn't on my ass. Let's not act like the chat isn't on my ass.
You know what's crazy though, Euro? When Mars picked who you picked, Mars?
Luka.
When you picked Luka, I'm like, damn, you're gonna take Giannis. Because as soon as I heard the question,
why would the Bucks move Giannis? Giannis is not moving. So if I had said that, motherfuckers would have been like, yeah, nah.
But it's about the package. It's about the package they can get. It's just about what teams
about
would
the
offer
package
for
in
them.
the hypothetical
Of course,
situation.
they're not gonna move him.
Yeah, like
teams will offer everything on their roster for guys like Luka and Giannis.
I would say
maybe
KD, I would
all-star
say
and a first-round
Steph
pick
before I would say Braun.
I mean, if we're going like that, then yeah, for sure, I would have picked all them guys, you know, like ahead of LeBron too.
All right.
Well, we talk like I'm thinking like who is going to get moved?
Oh, nah.
That's tough.
Euro 2.
That's what the question was. Which team can get the best trade package for their star player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would teams offer for them?
But they're not. But all right.
You
whatever.
think Braun?
You think they're going to move Giannis? You think any of the guys that you mentioned they're going to get moved?
It's about what teams will offer.
It's not
Everything
about
we're talking
wood,
is
though.
Y'all asking me these questions. Y'all talking to me like I want to defend this shit. Like I really don't care. What I'm saying is, you can't tell me that the Bucks are going to move Giannis and the Lakers are not going to move LeBron.
Of course not. B donated through the super chat, said Euro. That was top 3 worst picks ever.
Oh my God.
I think I think Devin Booker will probably been better.
Euro 2, 4.
Everybody's better based off how y'all thinking. Y'all just have a fucking hive mind when it comes to this shit just now. That's okay. I thought out the box like this. Everybody's so confused. Like, oh my God, you were thinking out the box. You ain't never did that shit before. Come the fuck on, man. We know what it is.
Honestly though, I don't think that question no one would think out the box though, except like I thought it was very well put, simple, easy. Like,
fam, we always get hung up on hypotheticals, and then in the chat, if we ain't doing that, so I'm like, all right, I'm not doing no if this time. Now I'm doing no if, and now I'm like, bro, why you ain't do no if?
Bro, if the chat, even if the chat wasn't there, bro, I'm telling you, I think that was kind of that goes up there with Honey Badger.
Yo, come on.
That does.
All right, 2, 4,
Yo, that
5.
was tough.
2, 4, or 5. 2, 4, or 5.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, my face hurt.
4.
Mars, name the greatest NBA player that is a complementary piece.
I'm gonna go Klay Thompson. I think he's the greatest complementary piece of all time. He fits onto every team. Every team needs a 3-and-D guy. He does it better than anyone in history. He's a top 5 shooter. I'd say top 2 in terms of perimeter defense, 1-on-1. He's one of the best that we have in the game in his prime. I don't think anyone would argue that Klay fits on every team that's ever existed.
Del.
You read the question over? I really didn't. I just heard him say Klay. Swear to you.
Name the greatest NBA player that is a complementary piece. Your time starts now.
I'm gonna go with Scottie Pippen. I think Scottie Pippen being a complementary piece to Michael Jordan. Anybody in that realm in the 90s go 6-0 in the NBA Finals and the championship. If you need a player to just play second fiddle and do his role that's the highest level of it, I'm gonna go with Scottie Pippen.
Check.
I'm gonna go Draymond Green. The Warriors went to 5 straight finals, and without Draymond, I don't think any of that is possible. Maybe one, but I think we all agree here that Draymond is the cornerstone of that Golden State Warriors team, and without him, they even blew a 3-1 lead that Dale often alludes to on this show. So I'm gonna go Draymond.
Mars, Dell, or Shaq, who's getting zapped? I want a shirt that says zapped.
Yeah, we for sure need that.
And I want it to be a picture of Jimmy Butler getting zapped.
Why Jimmy?
Because that's where it all started.
That's where it started.
Oh, it did start with Jimmy. And what happened? Y'all got zapped 4-0.
That was the introduction to zap.
I'm getting zapped right now. But the weird thing is that I don't like he picked Klay, he picked Scottie, I picked Draymond. Klay was playing when they lost 3-1. He played every game, correct?
Yep.
Who didn't play that series?
Draymond.
Who missed one game?
Draymond.
Okay, and how did that series end up?
We lost.
Okay, so why do you think that what you think?
I mean, because the point I made in my argument was Klay fits on every team ever, whereas Draymond Green fits with Golden State as a complementary
We said
piece.
who, but can we?
Yeah, I gave my explanation. That I'm not going to change my explanation.
Wait. Name the greatest NBA player that is a complementary piece.
Yeah,
that is fire.
And Klay.
Yeah, you can have it. I mean, I couldn't. But this is why there's flaws in players' court, because I for sure was.
Oh, now there's flaws.
Now there's flaws. I'm not gonna lie, Shaq. You should have got out the first round. Because
why
the
you always
only
got beef with Shaq later in the rounds?
bro, because he literally says Steve Nash and free throws. He said nothing else. Like you should have went out on that.
No.
What else
Wait, I said if
could he
you
have
add
said,
6, he missed half
Yeah.
of his free throws. He averaged
Yeah,
10,
that
11,
was-
12 free throws in
Right.
his prime. So if you
The
add 6
explan-
points
the-
to his
the
average,
explanation,
he
the
averages.
explanation
Yes, if
was
you add
he-
6
it
points
was-
to his average, he averages over 30
You
points a game
taking
many
Shaquille
times.
O'Neal. You taking Shaquille O'Neal, right? Making
At
his
the
free
line,
throws
shooting
over
90%
Kevin
over
Durant,
everybody
over
in the
over
world.
Kevin
In the
Durant playing all-time great defense
in the history of basketball. I'm taking Shaq at the free throw line.
over Kevin Durant playing all-time great defense.
Every single person
I
you
am
think
as well,
of.
but yeah.
God bless.
I
That's all
mean,
got.
Shaq-
I'm here for Shaq.
Shaq, you should have picked KD.
Yeah, chat was asking why he didn't pick KD.
All right, we
Oh,
have
it
Because
is?
KD was only there for 3 years and he only won 2 rings. Draymond was there all 5 years to the
KD
finals.
would have won.
It's the reason you go to the finals. Draymond was a part of every single time, and so was Clay.
Well, based
That's
on
why
what
I
you're
couldn't be
saying, I
mad at
think
that.
KD would have won. Based on what you said, KD might have won.
All right, we got Mars versus Dell in the finals. Mars, and each panelist has 30 seconds in this final round. Name the greatest era of basketball.
Didn't we do this?
Not necessarily the decade. The greatest era.
No,
Greatest era.
And I had this lined the fuck up.
I'm gonna go with the mid to late 2000s. I think that's when there was the most parity in the league. I think we still had some of the most talented guys: KG, Tim Duncan, Kobe, Bron, all those guys coming into their element. Some guys at the end, some guys at the start. We had the most parity. We had Kobe winning, Boston winning, the Cavs making it to the finals, the Spurs won. I think a bunch of teams were winning. There was no super teams. The Celtics tried it. They won one. They lost another one. I think it was just a great era in terms of overall parity in the league.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to social media super team era. I'm gonna go LeBron changing basketball going to Miami. I'm gonna go Kevin Durant going to Golden State Warriors. I'm gonna take Steph and Clay. I'm gonna take the era of where it's like you created your team, I create my team, and let's go back at it. I create the GM era of the players. I'm gonna go with that era.
All right, chat. Who are you zapping out of the finals? You're picking who you're voting out. You're not picking the winner, chat. Pick the zap.
Pick the zap.
Pick the zap.
What would you have going with Shaq? You said you had this lined up.
yeah. What would you?
I would have
go
went
with?
the San Antonio and Lakers when they were both battling each other to go to the championship to win it every year. Like from 02 to
That
08.
was kind of
Oh, so
Ours is-
basically where I
yeah.
went, but I went.
Yeah. That's where I went. I didn't say that as there's Zappendale anyways. It's just weird to me. And this is why these are my gripes with Players Court. Because Ron types a question like that.
Yeah, this is what I'm about to say. Some of the questions we ask the panelists be better than the final questions. To me,
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. That's the least
hate
of my
like
worries.
the final question be the worst sometimes. To me, like this could have been a first round question.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to create questions. Well, I can't create questions, but I want somebody else to like create the questions next time. It got to be like off
I
the
have
wall.
two options.
I think that question was just. That
And it was
question
too
was
close.
weird
I
because we
felt
did
like I
that
heard
last.
it. Like I
yeah,
heard,
we did
I
that
heard
last time.
eras and decades, all that. It's like, come on. I'd rather not a basketball sometimes. If it's gonna be that.
We shouldn't let the chat decide.
You got a
Oh,
mighty zap.
we should
That's
let
fine.
chat decide the last question. That would actually be dope.
Yeah, but then last time they came up with who's the rookie of the year. So
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
that's right.
know.
Okay,
I think we can still create it.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's time for me to win the draft.
Shaq
Yeah,
is
let's go
depressed.
right away.
KD being more complimentary than Draymond over 5 years of going to the finals is utterly it's just gross.
but no one picked KD.
No, I'm saying, but
should've
that's
picked-
what Dale said I would have won if I picked KD. I had no chance of winning that if Draymond's not.
Bro, you could have
I
easily
think you picked
KD.
Draymond because you didn't understand the question, to be honest.
No, I picked Draymond as a complimentary piece. Without him, they don't win.
But you said KD was a complimentary piece to Steph. So you don't think he's a better complimentary piece?
I feel like
to Draymond?
Draymond's a complimentary piece to the whole team, and that's why they won a chip without KD.
Was Kobe a complimentary piece to Shaq?
You said that as well.
Yeah, he was.
You could have picked Kobe.
Yeah,
for sure. But they would have been like, "Oh, Shaq and Kobe the same." It would have been nasty.
they might have said that.
All right, Mars, you're picking the order. I'm not in this.
Okay. Euro, Dub, Del, Shaq, me.
Wow.
He's noble.
Why would I not go second?
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Mars. The draft is. Dale, you ready for this?
Yeah,
One
you
player
said you
who
would tell me
averaged-
earlier so I could think, and you
So you
didn't.
could think, but yeah, it's about to get really nasty. One player who averaged 30 plus for a season. Two players between 25 and 15 points per game career. One player who averaged 10 plus rebounds for their career, and one player who averaged 2 blocks per game for their career.
Starting
All
with
right,
you,
let's
Euro.
go.
MJ.
15 to 25, right?
Wait, what is
What
For
do you
30-point player,
I have no idea what he averaged.
Did he?
he averaged
He,
30.
I mean-
he averaged 30 for his career.
averaged
so
30
he's
for
the
his
30,
career.
he's
That is
30 plus.
heat.
Oh wow. Wait,
Damn.
34 seasons.
God,
I gotta
Wow.
open up the chat to look at the freaking thing because I'm gonna be tired of asking y'all questions on who.
Who got picked already?
So
No,
it's good
who?
when I have the
What's the
screen
what's
full
the
screen. I can't see the
what's
chat.
the
now.
what's the criteria?
Oh,
Yeah, and can we
yeah.
get some likes on the video? We've been sloughing on that. Asking for likes.
Can you put some respect on my name?
Oh,
I
all
guess-
his points.
No. 30 plus, 15 to 25, and then 10 rebounds and 2 blocks.
Dub, who you got?
I see 15 to 25 twice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
two
there's
players
two.
who have averaged 15 to 25, and then one who's got 10 rebounds and one who's got 2
Can I
blocks
ask
a
a
game.
question though? So what about the players from 25 to 30?
They don't
Yeah,
exist
they don't exist. That's
unless they've
the
averaged
trickiness
over
of the
unless
draft.
they've
So-
averaged
so
over 30 before.
For simplicity's sake, if it's 25.5, you can use them. For simplicity.
Oh wow.
I think if
Other-
it's 24.5,
other-
you can use them.
Otherwise, they can't have scored 24 then.
this is not for a season. This is career statistics.
The
Yeah, this is
30 pl-
career.
the
This
30,
is a
the
player.
30
Oh,
plus
okay.
is the 30 plus is for a season. The 15 to 25 is career.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's gross.
Okay.
That's so gross.
Yeah, you can't get KD.
Or Braun.
I mean,
KD averaged.
they
KD
both
averaged.
averaged over
27.1.
30. They both averaged over 30 for a season.
Yeah.
It's 34.
Wait, I thought 30 was career.
No, only 2 guys have averaged 30 for a career. Wilt and
No,
Kendrick.
30 is a
Oh,
season.
okay. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, got you. All right.
They just actually
Oh.
have to do that feat.
Got you. Okay, yeah. My bad. Who is it
Okay.
on?
It's on me.
Dub.
I'll take Shaq for 10 plus rebounds.
Dale?
Let me get Katie for 30.
Jack?
I don't want to build my team around. Who's up there? I'll take Bron for 30.
Nice.
Let me get Steph for 15 to 25. And let me get Kevin Garnett for rebounds.
Nice.
Let me get for let me see something. No, he got some jewels in here. No, he for blocks, let me get Tim Duncan.
Shit.
Dale?
15 to 25. Give me Kobe.
Oh, that was Dub.
Nobody picked LeBron?
He's gone.
Shaq did.
Ah. KD, Kobe's picked. MJ's picked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll get Hakeem for blocks.
Hero back to back.
CP3 and Giannis.
15 and 25 for both of them.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this on you.
I know. Damn, I should have thought about that. I'll take give me Klay Thompson for 25 through 15, whatever. 15 to 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking to see what. He's gone. $15 to $25. Dirk Nowitzki.
I'll take Kawhi.
That's who I should have won.
That was gonna be my pick. Let me get D Wade for 30
Yeah.
and 15 to 25. Let me get Jokic.
Shaq.
Well, then we even then. We're even. We are even. Wow. I got 10.
Whoa, wait, hold on. 15 to 25 is career.
Yeah, career.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. We're good. On you, Shaq.
Fuck. Come on, JD.
Looked at the wrong number. Like, whoa.
You saw Jokic averaging 26.
No, I saw his 22.
Oh.
2021, 22.
Oh, what I got? I got rebounds left, right?
You have 15 to 25 and rebounds.
All right. Man, 15 to 25. I can cash. Let me go clean up this rebound situation. Well played, Mars. Well played. All right, for rebounds, let me get. I'll take. For this team, I will take. I'll take Kareem for rebounds.
Dell.
Could you find out how many blocks T-Max average?
There's no way he averaged.
If it's 2, I'm gonna have newfound respect for Tracy McGrady.
What's the highest?
0.9.
Okay.
No, is it career or
career?
It's career,
The
but
only
he's
thing-
never he's got 1.9 once.
That's the one I was. What year was that?
2000. So
damn.
in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's career though. Yeah, that's gross. What do I have left?
You have 10 plus rebounds, 2 plus blocks.
10 plus rebounds. Shaquille O'Neal is gone for sure, right?
Gone.
Hakeem is gone. He didn't average 10 plus rebounds for a season. That'd be gross. I need a big. Give me Anthony Davis for 10 plus rebounds. I think he did. He had to, right?
Got you.
Is it career or
Career.
no,
10.2. Yeah, 10.2.
Oh, perfect. Whew.
Dub. 15 to 25 points and 30 plus in one season.
I hate my team. Let me get. I'll take Scotty
For what?
for 15 through 25.
GG's, everybody.
Euro.
Yes.
Let me get Rudy Gobert for blocks.
And rebounds.
Yeah, this is tough. I got to do some Googles. Not going to lie. I'll take Larry.
That's crazy.
That's so tough.
He just was snatched him up. Damn, that's crazy. He did. Holy shit. Wow.
GG's.
Dub, 30 plus points per game.
Why did they want me to pick Hakeem? Hakeem's already picked.
Because chat is Bozo Man the third.
James Harden. Ugh,
I was about to get Larry Euro. I like that.
Dell 2 plus blocks.
2 plus blocks. Oh, career. I keep forgetting this career part. I don't got a point guard.
Oh.
I just got buckets. I got AD, KD, Dirk. And who else?
Baby.
And Kobe. Kobe might have to move to the 1, Brody. Damn.
That's
2
tough.
blocks. Yeah. 2 blocks. Wish it was Dom's. 2 blocks.
Jesus Christ, I hate my team.
Oh wow, there you go, chat. But that's tough though. He can't. That team's booty cheeks if he does that.
Chat is just repeating my player over and over, and it's annoying.
Two blocks, career. I'm gonna have to pick up the phone. I don't know. Who averaged 2 blocks per game?
I feel like crying right now.
You don't like your team?
Oh, Dale, you need a guard?
No, it got to be career 2 blocks per game.
You need a guard, though, yeah?
Man, I'm just looking.
You can pick. I mean, should I say it? I don't know.
He don't need a guard. He can't pick.
I don't know any guard that averaged 2 blocks per game.
John Wall. John Wall, right?
There's no way he averages 2 a game.
Isn't he the best shot blocking guard?
No, at 0.7.
Dwayne Wade is the best shot blocker.
Dwayne Wade is. I knew that.
And he doesn't even average 2.
Yeah, 2.
So averaging 2 is tough.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. He got less than 1. My bad.
Oh my God.
D Wade's at 0.8. Jesus.
Oh, here we go. You're not gonna get a guard, Dell. Sorry.
Right.
I'm looking at this list like
his team is done.
Is any small forwards there?
No, the one I thought of, he wasn't that.
There's plenty.
Small forwards.
Hold on. Oh,
They're
you said
old,
small
right?
forward. Sorry, I thought you said power forwards. I thought you said power forward.
I know a small forward, I think. I don't know if that's his career though. He's from Russia.
If you're thinking of
AK,
AK-47, he's at 1.83.
Yeah.
That's who I
Jesus Christmas.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's no
that's
1
why,
through
that's
3s.
why I hated
it's all
it for
4s and
career.
5s.
Larry at 10. Got it, Euro. Got it.
Let me get.
That was like, whew. That's the heat of all heats, Euro.
Let me go in the chat.
The
first name I see in the chat.
Oh man, Euro, the way you just stuck. I said Dub didn't get it for 15 for 25. I'm taking him.
Exactly, and now I'm going to lose because I need.
It's about to get gone. That's heat. Don't listen to
chat. Hold on.
I mean,
I see a name. If that name is, that'd be crazy. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no guards, so that's why I'm saying don't listen to guards.
Oh, so it's no Ben Simmons. They're lying.
They're for sure lying. There's no way.
That is not true.
0.7.
Come on, chat. That's why I don't go to you. Now it's closed. Could you tell me the first 3 centers that's on the list? Because I'm not thinking of.
Do you want the first 3 good ones? Because the first 2 are Mark E and a Manute Ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
He doesn't want to give you David Robinson.
No. You got David Robinson.
I don't want David. I don't want David Robinson. I thought of David and Patrick Ewing by myself.
You got David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo,
Elmore Smith,
Pat Ewing, Marcus Camby,
Elmore,
Miles Turner, Hassan Whiteside,
I like Camby.
Larry Nance, Tree Rollins, Tim Duncan. That's it.
Somebody got Duncan though.
Yeah.
Rollins.
Give me Patrick Ewing. Big New York Knicks. Let me take Pat.
The fact that Ben Wallace wasn't at 2 is crazy.
What is he at 3?
Shaq 15 to 1.97.
Narrative.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go shooter. Sadly. I'm gonna pick Larry Bird.
Euro has Larry Bird.
I'll go LeBron. We did it once. We could do it again. I'll go Ray Allen.
Yay, David Robinson fell.
Jay already put him in.
I appreciate that.
Got you. All right, chat. Who won? Who won, chat?
Fuck my team, bro. I don't even.
Your team started off so well.
Mine.
Yo, gang. Yeah. I'm out of here.
I forgot about Kawhi.
I needed Kawhi to fall because I was gonna get Kawhi and KG, and then I would have been chilling. But
I'm running the poll.
Kawhi disappearing ruined it for me because then I had to run 3 bigs.
Nah, Kawhi definitely that one slipped from my mind. I'm mad as hell that did. And then I think I should have just picked LeBron James for the 30.
Yeah, I wasn't smart leaving 30 till last.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be more. I thought there was gonna be more guys to choose from, but
yeah, I started seeing AI and T-Mac, and I was like, no, thank you.
Amazing show.
Who won?
Euros
47. I'm 36. Yeah, you guys are getting zapped. But
sure.
That's tough. I was caping for David Robertson just to come last.
So guys, put in the comments who won today's episode.
Yes, please.
Put everybody's name besides Shaq because he probably didn't.
Please
I'm
leave
about to
a
come
comment.
on Gridiron too.
Please leave a comment in the YouTube comments. Who won the show today? Also, chat. If you're here right now on live stream, who won the show? JD won the show. Let's fire.
JD always wins.
Jaw Wright donated through the super chat. Love the pod. Y'all killing it, man. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who tapped in. I think we're sitting at like 350 you guys hanging out with us today. That's insane. I don't know what to say, man. You guys just continue to come through with the support, and it's amazing. We appreciate y'all. We've built an insane, amazing community. Make sure you join the Discord to stay tapped in 24/7.
Click the like button.
Hit the likes. Make sure you turn on that notification bell. Tap that as well. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Does anyone else have any more final words?
I'm happy that Euro finally got a win with the chat.
See, the chat's graceful.
Is that as undeniable as it was? That was fired up. His team is ungodly.
They're graceful to you, Mars. You've gone away with a lot.
Mars can do no wrong in chat's eyes, and that's disgusting.
Mars gets away with a lot. I'm like, wow.
For all the love I get in chat, just go on TikTok and it's all gone.
That's true. He does. Someone commented, said, "Why'd you do Mars like that?" I said initiation.
Yeah, I saw that. Hated it.
Yo, CJ in the chat. I got this from Hack Club. Make sure you tag them too, man. Take a screenshot. And fucking tweet them. I need sponsorship, baby.
All right,
As
y'all.
much as I'm rocking their product.
We will see you next episode. Y'all have an amazing Sunday. Peace.